Hello there guys, it's Publicaon here, back again today with What If Deku Was a Villain, the movie. Hope you guys will enjoy it. And don't forget to drop a like before the video starts, it does help me a lot, it will only take 1 second of your time. And let's try reaching 1k like or more. Can we do it? It's been a while since I reached that. And if you are new, subscribe to be updated on new videos that I make. And like always guys, hope you guys will enjoy it. Welcome peasants. Yeah, sorry about that, I was trying new intros and for some reason this popped up in my mind. Anyway, today we're going to do a new what if, and it's what if Deku was a villain, like you can see in the thumbnail. Hope you guys will enjoy it. So this what if will start a bit differently than my other what ifs. This one will start with Star and Stripes. Yes, you heard me right. That means that we are in US and she's currently fighting some villains or just one-shotting them. Unbeknownst to her, someone from above is watching her fight. Good, Stripes. You are doing a good job right now. Just like a true hero should be. Then the individual looked around and he saw the other heroes doing the same. Finally. Peace, a utopia filled with true heroes. Well, at least this country. It did take me a bit longer than expected, but I was able to do it. But still, there's still quite a few places left. One of them is home. It's been a few years since I left. I think it's about time I go back, huh? Then whatever, we all know it's Deku. Snapped out of his thoughts and looked down and saw Star looking at him. He smiled behind his mask. Well, Star, it's time for me to go. The rest, it's up to you and the other heroes. But remember, I will always be watching. Then he left because he needed to prepare to go back to Japan. And while he's preparing and in his way to Japan, the news reached him about the sport festival. Yes, this is happening at the same time as UA. And he saw how his friend Bakugo won the sport festival, but he's not happy about it. Because Todoroki did not use his fire side, even after Bakugo provoked him, and Deku is loving it. It's about time things did not go your way, Bakugo. Let's hope this will teach you some humility and it will put you in the right path. Who am I kidding? You will never change. You're a monster disguised as a human. Even after that, you didn't even show me a bit of mercy. So prepare yourself, Katsuki Bakugo, because it's time for me to begin my hunt. And I will take my sweet time enjoying every second of it. I usually don't do that, but for you, I will make an exception. So fast forward a bit and Deku arrived at Japan. Japan. Home. I'm back. Even though I don't have any connections or ties to this place anymore, it's still home. It was her home. So I need to fix it. At the very least, for her. I failed her once. I won't do it again. So when Deku arrived, he found a place to live, let's say an apartment. Then he started going around, getting information about heroes and villains, and soon enough he found out about the USJ. And that intrigued him. A new group of villains, the League of Villains, just show up in a UA facility. That means they were able to get information on UA, and that's pretty tough. And they have a special weapon, or that thing. It's called the Numu, and it was able to give All Might a run for his money. It's very suspicious because it's pretty much impossible for a new group to have this much power, except if they have connections with him. There is no concrete evidence, at least not yet, but I need to keep an eye out for them. I think I can use him. And you look at picture of Stain. They say that he's working with the League of Villains. Saying and knowing are two different things, but he's worth talking to. Someone that have the same view of the world as me, and he's doing the same thing as me, is pretty interesting. But he's naive. He only attacks heroes at random. He says he's going after fakes, but he hurts some honest heroes. One of them is Ingenium. Damn it, I need to stop him. So Deku went to search for Stain, but he's off the grid, so he decided to do his own job. He lowered a hero into an empty alleyway. Huh? Who are you? The hero asked. Deku giving him his back to him. Your judge, jury, and executioner, you fake. Huh? Is this some type of joke? What are you, a villain? Anyway, I'm tired, let's get this over with. Before he can finish his sentence, Deku punched him in his gut, making him vomit blood. Then he kicked him to the wall. The pro hero is badly hurt, and he's shocked. Only 2 hits, and he took this much damage. He starts shaking in fear. Please don't kill me. I can give you whatever you want. Just name your price. I know you're a fake, but at least have some pride. Who am I kidding? Someone like you will have none. Please just think about it. I can give you whatever you want. The only thing that I want is for you to pay for your crimes. My crimes? But I'm pro hero. No, you're not. You're a fake. Because do you think that a pro hero will do this? Then Deku revealed a couple of things that he did. The hero's eyes widen. How did you know? Who are you? Wait a second. I heard about you. You're... Then Deku cut his head off. Your executioner. After that, Deku left the area, and soon enough the body was found. So the reporters swarmed the area and coming up with theories. At first they thought it was Stain, but after examining the body they found that there is no cuts. There is a lot of broken bones, but no cuts. And that's not Stain's work, because he always cut his opponent, then he finished him off. So they start thinking who did it, and why. Then after a couple of hours, the news stations were given a file by an anonymous source, revealing everything shady that the pro hero did, and why he's dead. And after seeing this, the Hero Safety Committee and a few high-ranking heroes start getting worried. If they're right about who he is, they are in trouble. And after a couple of days of this reoccurring like few times, they know it's his job. So Nizu did the reasonable thing and delayed the internships so he can let Aizawa and All Might and whoever can search for him. But to no luck. So of course when they doing a meeting, they informed the big three. Mirio was serious, Tamaki was afraid, but Nijiri was intrigued. A villain that kill heroes and, or should I say fakes. Then he revealed why he did that. Please Miss Hado, don't be too excited, he's still a villain. Okay, sorry, but who is he? What is his quirk? What he can do? How strong is he? Nijiri, calm down, Tamaki and Mirio told her. Well, to answer your questions, Miss Hado, Nizu told her. We don't know how he exactly look, because he always wear a mask, but here's a picture of him. Ooh, he look menacing, Nijiri commented. And about his quirk, we don't know. We think it's some type of strength enhancement or something like that. So like All Might, they ask? Yes, and he's really powerful. How powerful you're talking? Mirio asked. He was able to go toe-to-toe with Star and Stripe and even push her to retreat. And this got the attention of everyone. That strong? Nizu nod. So if you somehow spot him, be careful and do not, I repeat, do not engage him. Because if you do, that's a one-way ticket straight to the other world. All of them nod, and for Deku, he thinks that Stain maybe switch cities or switch locations, so he did the same. So while he's staying there, he did some research on the local heroes and found a bunch of them are fakes. Heroes or fakes, oh my god, there is a lot of them nowadays. Let's make this quick, I'm already tired. So after killing some heroes, the Hero Safety Committee asked or told the pro heroes or the top 10 heroes to double their effort to find him. They agreed, so everyone started working overtime, and before you ask, yes, they did ask the help of Sir Night Eye. But since he can use his quirk only on one person each day, that will not help a lot. So the heroes and their sidekicks work overtime, so by the end of the day, they're exhausted. So we switch to Nijiri. She's tired like I said, so she's making her way back to her agency. Then she saw a couple of robbers running away and they are heading straight to a little girl and she's frozen in fear. And it looks like they are going to hit her using their quirks. So Nijiri jump in front of her and fire a Nijiri wave at them. But sadly because she's tired, she was only able to push them back. You okay? Nijiri asked. The little girl slowly nod. Was that supposed to hurt? The villain asked her. Damn it, I'm exhausted. But I cannot leave. If I do, she might get hurt. The only option is for me to hold on until the hero shows up. Come on, Nijiri, you can do it. So she got on her fighting stand. the villains charged at her and she was able to put up a good fight, but once she was going to dodge an attack, she saw that little girl was or will get hurt if she does, so she tanked the attack, getting quite hurt, and that left her open. So the villains charged at her, but before they can reach her, suddenly someone slammed against the first villain, creating a cloud of dust. Really? Attacking little girl to get the opportunity to hurt a hero? Really? You disgust me. The smoke dissipated to reveal Deku standing on top of the unconscious villain. Who are you? Deku smirked. Your judge, jury, and executioner. Very funny, kid. But if you want to die so badly, then Deku suddenly appeared in front of him. What were you going to say? How did you? Simple. Then Deku punched him in his gut. I'm far stronger than you, you lowlife. And with that single attack, the villain is unconscious. You're okay? Deku asked Nijire. She's shocked, but she snapped out of it and nodded. You're hurt, Deku pointed at her injury. Yeah, I know, but I'll be fine. Good, but you know that was reckless. Going against two villains in your state? Yeah, I know, but I'm a hero, so I need to save lives. I cannot just stood by and do nothing. And after hearing that, Deku smiled. I see, a real one. What did you say? Don't worry about it. Anyway, where is your mentor, Nijire? How do you know my name? The sport festival? Oh yeah, I forgot. I like clockwork. Ryuko just show up in her dragon form. She land. She saw Deku with two unconscious bodies and an injured Nijire, so she thought of the worst. But Nijire was able to calm her down and explain the situation. Ryuko thanks Deku for saving Nijire, even though he did technically break the law. So let me ask you a question. Ryuko, would you rather break the law or letting a person lose their life? An innocent person. Ryuko stood silent because she's shocked the 16-year-old is asking her this. Well, I will try to do both. Come on, Ryuko. You know damn well that only happened in a perfect world, and this world is not one. And that shocked her even more. So, what's your answer? A. Breaking the law. B. Sacrificing a person. And Deku is giving it a serious look. Ryuko kept staring at him, then she sighed. B. I will choose B, and I will deal with the repercussions later. Deku smiled a bit. I see. But there is also a limit for how much I will break it. So I know your teenagers always want some excuse to use your quirks. So don't. Deku just laughed a bit. Anyway, I should be on my way. And Nijire, next time don't bite more than what you can chew. I won't be around saving you next time. Nijire panted a bit. I don't need your saving. I'm strong in my own right. I'm just tired because we extend our patrol way too much. And why is that? Because there is a dangerous villain in the area? Nijire, Ryuko yelled. Oh, sorry. Anyway, since you know, be careful. I see. Thank you for your concern. So are you sure that you're okay going back home alone? Ryuko asked. We don't want to worry your parents. Don't worry about me. I live alone. Plus you should worry about your sidekick. Oh, I see. Anyway, have a nice day, kid. You too, heroes. Then Ryuko took Nijire. He's interesting, Nijire said. Interesting indeed. To be able to have that much power at his young age. And Ryuko is a bit worried about the way he talked to her. He knew the dark side of society pretty well. And that is not a good thing for someone of his age. She just hoped that he will not turn a villain. Sadly, he already is. Deku kept looking at them. I guess I already have found a couple of good heroes. So after this, fast forward a couple of days, and Deku kept doing his job. The heroes were not able to catch him, and because of this, Stain heard about him and he's intrigued, and he wants to meet him. Then Izo decided he prolonged the internships long enough, so he let the students pick their agencies, but they need to be extra careful. Everyone agreed, but Ida was waiting for this moment to get his revenge on Stain. And by the way, after Ida went to see his brother, and because they waited for like few days, he did go around the city to search for him. But sadly, or luckily, he didn't find him. So later that day, Deku was going around his old neighborhood, and it only brought out bad memories. A few good ones, but mostly bad. Then he saw someone unexpected. Bakugo. They locked eyes for a second and Deku smiled. And it took Bakugo a second to register what happened. Wait a second, is that? He turned back, only to see nothing. Did I hallucinate him or what? After that he left, and standing above a building. Oh, Bakugo, your time will come. Soon enough, but not yet. So the next day when Deku was going around, his search led him nearby UA, so he looked at the gates. Then someone called for him, Nijire. Hey, it's you. Hey, Nijire, we meet again. Going for work? She nodded. Deku smirked. Be safe, okay, because I won't be around. Nijire pant a bit. You don't have to worry. I'm strong in my own right, you know? I never said you're weak. Anyway, since you're here, I'd like to thank you for saving me last time. So thank you, what's your name? Call me Izuku. Okay, thank you Izuku for saving me. Don't mention it. It was a pleasure for me to save a true hero, or future true hero. Nijiri smiled and thanked him for the compliment. So they talked for a bit, and because Nijiri is pushy, once his dream was to go to UA. So why did you not apply? Deku sighed. Because I learned the hard way that I don't belong here. Anyway, I have work to do. Same for you, so take care, Nijire. Then he left. So fast forward a couple of days, and during this time, while the students are doing their internships, the heroes are searching for Deku, aka the judge, but to no avail. And for Deku, he keep looking for Stain. Sadly, same result as always. Nothing. Then he suddenly heard an explosion from afar. He made his way toward it and he was able to see the Numus, 3 of them to be precise. The heroes are trying to fight them, but they are too strong, especially the black one. It seems that he have super strength and regeneration, and the one that cannot fly have multiple quirks. It's interesting and alarming. If he was the one who created these things, there's only 2 options. Either he was able to find a way to replicate quirks, or he found a quirk that let him copy quirks or replicate them. Either one, he just become way more dangerous. Damn it, All For One, where are you hiding? Deku thought of intervening, then something caught his eye. He saw someone wearing a white armor running away from the fight. Is he a fake? I'll make it quick. So he followed him, but before he can strike him, he felt a malice from the direction he's heading. So for now he just followed him. And he was happy that he did, because he was able to find Stain, and he was going to kill a pro hero. But Ida intervened and stopped him, but Stain quickly pushed him to the ground and put us a point. Then he pointed his sword to his neck. What? You're a kid. What are you doing here? Leave before you get hurt. So Ida got enraged and he told him the reason he's here. So you're here for revenge. You're a fake. Then Stain slashed him. Ida tried to defend himself, but Stain overpowered him. Then he slammed him against the ground and pinned him with his sword. Then he licked his blood to completely immobilize him. You will die today, fake. Then Stain was going to land the finishing blow until someone catch his hand. I will stop you right there, Stain. And this caught Stain by surprise because Deku was able to sneak up to him. Stain tried to attack him, but Deku easily blocked his attacks, showing clearly that he is way stronger than Stain. Who are you? Someone that want to meet you for a few days, because I'm glad I finally found someone that shared the same views of this world as me. Same views? Wait a second, I heard about you. That's good, I will say it bluntly, leave the kid alone, he's not a fake. He's just a teenager with a lot of anger. Plus, you and me need to talk. And Deku releasing a lot of pressure and Stain cannot go against him, so he nodded. Don't go! Ida shout. I need to make him pay for what he did. Make him pay? So that's why you're here, to get revenge? Of course I am. Then Deku kicked him in his face. Zip it, Tenya Ida, if you know what's best for you. And tell me something, you want to revenge what he did to your brother, right? So let me ask you a question. Did your brother ever tell you to go after revenge? Ida did not reply. So tell me, what will he think if he see you right now? Do you think he would praise you? Especially after he see that you left a pro hero injured for your selfish gains. And this only a fake will do. But I will leave you with a warning and with a question. Answer me this, Tenya Ida. Do you think that your brother will feel proud about you right now? Because let me tell you something. The hero's job is protecting others. Sure, you can be a bit selfish, but now you are being too selfish. So let you be this time. Think about your actions, but if you do the same mistake twice, I will be the one that will cut your head off. Then he turned around and him and Stain leave. So after getting away from the area, Stain asks him what did he let him go, and what does he mean about them not being fakes. Answer me this, Stain. How do you know that they are fakes? Do you do some research on them? Stain did not reply. Do you know their past? Same thing. Thought so. Here's the thing, unlike you, I'll always do my research on my target to make sure that I will not hurt someone innocent. But you just feel like it. You just observe him for 1 second, then attack him. And that's a big no-no because, for my research, 1/3 of the heroes that you killed were actually good heroes. Stain's eyes widen. What? But they are only going for fame and money. True, they want fame and money, but they're also saving people. But do you know the reason they are going after money? Stain did not reply. Let me enlighten you. Some of them are the only breadwinners for the whole family, so they need the money to stay alive. Some of them need the money to rebuild what they destroyed using their quirks. And some other heroes want the money so they can give to charity. So tell me, Stain, do these heroes deserve to die? Stain did not reply, he just dropped his sword. What have I done? Kill me. Do it. That's the only way. I won't, Deku replied. Killing you is the coward's way out. If you want to fix your mistakes, get up and do it. But to make sure that you understand what you did, Deku grabbed his sword and slashed Stain. Consider this your punishment for what you did. Whenever you look at this scar, you will remember what you did. Stain, clearly in pain, nod. Good. I did not fatally wound you, but it will hurt like hell. Now think about your actions. And think before you act. I was thinking of making a team with you, but I prefer working alone. But I will keep in touch. And remember, if you ever hurt an innocent hero again, I will be your executioner. Stain nod. Good. Before you go, Stain said, I have a question for you. Why did you become a villain? I can see it in you. You could have let me kill the kid, then talk to me. But you didn't. So tell me, why did you not become a hero? You're clearly strong enough to be one. So why? Deku stood quiet, then he told him, this world is a cursed one. If I become a hero, I won't be able to fix it. That's why I decided to become a villain, fighting evil with evil. Because this world will not change by only words. You need power to change it. And I have the power, and I will change it. And this time, I won't fail. This time, Stain asked, don't worry about it. Anyway, stay out of trouble. And remember, I will always be watching. Then Deku disappeared, shocking Stain about his speed. What's this? I'm shaking. Am I afraid? This kid is not human. I know that you will be able to change this world, the judge. So after this, the news about Deku or the judge and Stain teaming up spread, and the heroes are terrified. Stain alone was a threat. Now he's working with the judge? That's going to be troublesome. All of them are afraid, even some villains, but Shigaraki is livid. When he asks Stain to join him, he attacks him. Then he joined this new guy. Where the hell did he even come from? I never heard of him. Of course you didn't, Shigaraki, or for one speak up. It's the first time he's been in Japan. Shigaraki was surprised, so he asked All For One about him. He told him that he's just like Stain but on steroid. He's been to few countries already and he's quite strong. So Shigaraki, be careful when you go around him. It would be best if you have him as an ally. Of course, master. Then All For One ended the call. The judge. You're interesting. If the rumors were true, you're able to go against her. I cannot wait to get my hands on your quirk. So a couple days went by since last part. Deku, or the judge, is still going around doing his job, killing fake heroes and some villains, and the heroes are still trying to search for him and find his hideout, but so far no luck. And Deku sometimes take a break, enjoying his peace while drinking a cup of tea. Until someone called for him, he turned around to see Nijire. We meet again, hero. You knew that I do have a name. Yeah, I know, it's Nijire. So can I help you? No, I'm just surprised to see you here. What, I cannot enjoy my free time? No, it's not like that. Deku left a bit and told her to relax, he's just messing around. Care to join me? It's on me. And Nijire accepted his offer. They sit down and talk for a bit, or mostly Nijire because she talked quite fast. You're a curious one, aren't you? Nijire, slightly embarrassed, agreed. Yeah, I cannot help it. I'm just curious. It's okay, but be careful. You know what the curiosity did to the cat. Nigiri nod. Then she looked a bit uneasy. What's on your mind? You look uneasy. Well, it's a personal question. It's okay if you don't want to answer it. Depends. So shoot. Okay. When last time we talked, you said that you don't belong in UA. Why? Deku stood quiet for a few seconds. Niji was going to apologize, but Deku cut her off. I will answer your question with another question. Do you really believe that every hero out there, or so-called hero, is actually out there to save lives and helping people? Well, yes, Niji replied. So no one was going after money? Well, there is a couple of heroes that actually go for money, but I am not talking about the ones that go after money to support themselves and their families, just like Mount Lady. She may be a show-off, but she's actually doing a good job as a hero. I'm talking about the other people that are only going after money and fame. That's it. And judging by your expression, you know what I'm talking about. So I ask you again, do you really believe that every hero out there is putting on his costume to make the people live better? Nijie did not reply. I will take that as a no. So to answer your question, this is the reason I forgot about UA. Because there is a lot of kids that go to UA just for fame. Because think about it. The UA entrance exam, it's only about the theory one and a practical one. So it's only based on your intelligence and strength. Sure, there is the hero points. But even without those, there is still a lot of them, fakes I mean, that are able to pass the exam. Just because of one little thing. They have powerful quirks. And Nijire, even though I'm younger than you, I met my fair share of fakes and heroes. And let me tell you something, they are way more common than you think. They are really good at blending in within true heroes. But if you don't believe me, go back to UA, snoop around, see what people are talking about. And I will guarantee that your opinion will change pretty quick. And Nijiri throughout all this conversation did not utter a word. Okay, but all of this, it's not applied to you. I can see that you are a true hero. That's why I am more willing to talk to you than others. Because I despise fakes. Just thinking about them make my blood boil. So it was nice talking to you, Nijire, but I have to go, I have some work to do. Nijire nod, Deku paid and left, leaving Nijire thinking. Fast forward a bit and Deku is going around, doing his job. Then he saw something or someone running in the alleyway. He took a peek and saw a little girl with grey hair. Deku's first thought is, what is a little girl doing here? But upon a closer look, he can see bandages around her legs and hands. Deku knew that the heroes will do nothing about it, so he jumped down in front of Eri, or just a couple of meters away from her, and this was able to stutter Eri, and she stopped in her tracks. She looked at Deku with terrified look, and Deku knew this look pretty well. It's too familiar to him. You okay, little one? Deku asked. Eri just took a step back. Hey, it's okay, I'm not going to hurt ya. See? Then Deku got to her level and extended his hand. Eri was a bit hesitant, but she took his hand. See? I'm not going to hurt you. Eri teared up a bit, then Deku pat her and told her that everything is going to be okay. So, where are your parents? I don't know. My dad just disappeared and my mom left me. I see. And the bandages? Eri just flinched and said nothing. Then someone from Overhaul gang showed himself and tell him that he need to take Eri back. And what is your relationship with her? You can say that I'm her babysitter. Babysitter? So who is her caretaker? Listen here, brat, I don't want to explain myself to you, okay? Just hand over the girl. I see. What's your name? He looked at Eri. My name is Eri. Okay, Eri, stay behind me. Eri did as she was told. The thug started laughing and tell him to just hand over the girl. You don't know who you're messing with. You foolish idiot. You are the one who doesn't know who you are going against. Then instantly Deku kicked the villain with enough force that he slammed him against the wall. Then he instantly stabbed him through his chest. Who are you? Your judge, jury, and executioner. Wait, those lines. It's you. Then Deku let go of his dead body. It's just a waste of space. Deku turned around to see Eri looking at them, but she's not flinching like she's used to it. So he started putting the pieces together that this girl had it rough, just because of some villains. Deku wiped the blood from his hand. So Eri, do you want to stay with me? At least for the time being. And trust me, you will be safe. No one will hurt you. Deku extended his hand and Eri took it. Okay, let's go. So he took her to his apartment or home or whatever you want to call it. He told her that she can stay and watch TV. What's TV? She asked him innocently. Oh my god, this little girl. So Deku showed her the basics, like really the basics. Then he put a kids channel and he exit. And he told her, I'll be right back. So he went to buy some new clothes to her because what she's wearing are not clothes. So he went back with new clothes and he basically spent the rest of the day taking care of Eri and get to know her. And from what he can gather, she was abused by someone because when they removed the bandages, he saw the cuts. He tried getting the name of the person out of her, but she only called him the bad bird man. Well, she's only 6 years old, so this is the best he will get out of her. So Eri, can you stay by yourself for a couple of hours? She was afraid staying along, but Deku reassured her that he will come back. It's just 2 hours. So she calmed down, Deku went around doing his job, and now the heroes are a bit afraid of doing their usual routine. The fake one, I mean. They know sooner or later he will find them. Then we switch to Nijire. After their conversation, she started thinking about Deku's words. So like he suggested, she went around the way snooping around. Her friends found it weird because when they asked her what she's doing, she told them nothing, so they shrugged and thinking that's maybe another phase. But at the end of her investigation, she found out that Izuku was right. There's a few students that talk about money quite a lot. Sure, they are minorities, but still, this is UA, so imagine other schools. We switch location once again, and this time we are in Yakuza base, underground, and there is a Yakuza member talking to Overhaul and telling him that they found the dead body of Eri's babysitter, so whoever took Eri also killed him. And by the looks of it, it was not a painless death. He was stabbed through the chest. It's like something went through him. So whoever took Eri is quite strong. I still need her to finish my research. Tell everyone to spread around the city and search for her. Bring her back by any means necessary. The Yakuza nod and left. Back to Deku, it was late at night. He was sleeping peacefully until he heard someone crying. He slowly made his way toward the crying and it's Eri. Poor thing, she's having nightmares. Just like I was. Well, she had it worse than me. Then he heard Eri softly crying, telling him to not go. He's conflicted on what to do, so he stood beside her and it was able to calm her down somewhat. Well, I guess I'm staying here for the rest of the night. And the next day when Eri woke up, she saw him beside her. You're awake, Eri? That's good. You stayed here? She asked. Deku nodded. He had a nightmare and when I stayed beside you, you calmed down, so I stayed there. Or here. I see. Sorry for troubling you. It's okay, Eri, don't worry. So you're hungry? Eri nodded. I will make you breakfast. So after he served her food, she did not eat. What's wrong, Eri? You don't like it? She shook her head. So what's wrong? She cheered up a bit and tell him why. Why is he doing all of this to her? Her quirk is a curse. She's just a curse. Deku hug her and console her. Eri, you're not a curse. Whoever said that is a monster, so don't listen to them. Derek cried, hugged him, and after a bit she calmed down. Are you okay now? She nodded. Good. And what's this about your quirk being a curse? I don't know. It's just whenever my quirk activates, everyone around me disappear. Disappear, huh? So she can just erase people or what? It's a powerful quirk, but she doesn't have any control over it. That's the reason the bastards want her. They try to use her as a weapon. This is the first. I regret killing him because I could have known who is his boss. Then Deku pet Eri and assure her that she's not a curse. She just doesn't have any control over her quirk. And when she's ready, and if she wants, he will try to help her. I see. Thank you. You're welcome, Eri. By the way, what's your name? Oh, I didn't tell you. Call me Izuku. Eri nodded. Good. After that, Deku left and he went back to the alleyway thinking that the body is still there, because that area is pretty deserted. But when he arrived, he saw the body was taken. So what, the police found him, or did his accomplice found him first? I need to do some digging. So he went around a bit killing heroes and trying to figure out who is that group, but he turned out empty-handed. So now he just need to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious. So fast forward a bit, let's say right after the finals. In UA, everything went on as the anime except to remove Deku from the equation, and Todoroki did not use his fire side. And for Deku, he got close to Eri, and he started teaching her the basic, how to read, how to write, you know. She's still a bit anxious going outside, but with Deku beside her, she's a bit at ease. And Deku still did not heard anything from the League of Villains or the shie hassaikai, and of course he doesn't know who they are. Yet. But suddenly a news gets his attention. Some US students get attacked by the League of Villains in a mall, and he's asking himself, what is sudden obsession with students? They're still training, they're not that tough. Well, there's only one way to find out. Area will be gone for a bit. Oh, I see. Take care and be safe. I will. So Deku sneaked to UA because he can do that. He went straight to Nizu's office, and he found Nizu going some through paperworks. You should really upgrade your security, Percibo Nizu. And this took Nizu by surprise. He looked in front of him. Who are you and how did you get in? Well, for how I got in, it was easy. I just slipped through your security. You need to work on that. And for who I am, well, you can guess. My recent work did catch your eye, right? Recent work. Wait a second, you're the judge? The one and only. Nizu got serious. What do you want? Deku was going to speak up, but All Might cut him off by entering the room. Sorry for just barging in, Nizu. Who are you? Oh, he's just great. Please, All Might, sit down. Okay, but who are you? All Might, Nizu said in serious tone. It's him. It's the judge. All Might immediately tensed up and ready for a fight. Call your jets, All Might. You know how strong I am. So if we fought right here, the school will be destroyed and the student will get hurt. And we don't want that, right? All Might grit his teeth and tell him, fine, but what do you want? What do you want from UA? You're wrong. I want you. Me? What do you want? Sit down and let's talk. All Might did. So before we start, I suggest you stop wasting your time, All Might. Or should I say, Toshinori? Both Nizu and All Might eyes widen. How did you know? You know who I am. I'm the judge. I always get information on what I want. That's why I am here. All Might agreed to talk with him because he realized that if he know him in his skinny form, he could have attacked him in any moment. So what do you want? I will go straight to the point. Do you have any leads on the League of Villains? The two heroes were shocked. We don't. Deku can see that he's not lying, so he sighed. Thought so. But what do you want from them? We thought that you were working with them with Stain. What? First off, I am not working with anyone. Neither Stain, neither the League of Villains. I work alone. Always have and always will. And for Stain, I can guarantee you that he's not working with them. And this put the heroes at ease, knowing that they are separate. But still he's dangerous. But why this sudden interest in the League of Villains? Because I'm pretty sure they have connections with him. All for One. And after hearing this, All Might tense up. All for One? And how do you know about that? Think about it, All Might. A new group suddenly show up with a monster that can take you on. Plus it have multiple quirks. You don't need two brilliant cells to understand that All for One have his hands on that. The heroes agreed with him. Well, gentlemen, since you don't have any information that I need, I will take my leave. And Nizu, don't forget to upgrade your security system. The current one is good, but there is better. And you, All Might, why are you still losing your power? I know that All for One did hurt you in that fight 8 years ago, but shouldn't you be healed by now? And this shocked the two heroes even more. You know about that fight? All Might made sure that he covered it up. Then they remember who he is, so they shut up. Well, that's because then All Might flinched to his left. You have an injury in your left side, right? How did you know? I can read your body language. When I said about injury and All for One, you flinched and you tried to protect your left side. So since Recovery Girl was not able to heal that, I will fix that really quick. Deku stick his right hand, All Might started glowing, then he buffed up suddenly. He tried going back to his skinny form, but nothing. He checked his injury and it's gone. You healed me? Yep. Why? Because I want to help my hero. Your hero? Yes, because believe it or not, I still admire you, All Might. Always have, ever since I was a kid. Then why are you a villain? You're amazingly strong and you have a powerful quirk. So why did you become a villain? You can do good. Deku smiled a bit. Believe it or not, All Might, it was my dream to become a hero, just like you. But I learned the hard way that if I want to fix this society, I need to let go of that dream. Because being a hero have his limits on how much I can do. And All Might, don't try to reform me, so don't waste your breath. But can you do me this one little favor? Deku take out his notebook and give it to All Might. Can you sign this? All Might is weirded out. A villain just told him if he can get his autograph. So from pure shock, All Might signed it. Deku took the notebook back. So gentlemen, thank you for your time and have a nice day. Deku turned around. And one more thing. We'll let you with a quick warning. One of you students doesn't deserve to be here. And I will make sure that his career will end pretty soon. Then Deku exits the door, then he suddenly vanished. What was that? The two of them ask. I don't know, All Might. I don't know. So Deku went back to Eri. She was happy to see him. So Deku's main mission now is making her getting used to going outside. So for the next few days, he always go out with her. Then one day he encountered Nijire. They two talk for a bit, and she talked with Eri. Eri was still a bit shy talking to new people, but with Deku beside her, she's a bit more willing to talk. But after a couple of times, she got used to Nijire, and for Nijire she was intrigued. The guy that hate heroes or fakes have a kind heart that he care about this girl. She asked what is their relationship, is she his sister or something? No, but I am taking care of her. And I'll be grateful if we don't speak about it. She's a bit sensitive about this topic. Oh, I understand, it's okay. Thanks. And Deku let Nijire take Eri to places that he cannot go because of his gender. Unbeknownst to them, a group was following them and they report back to their hideout. And soon after that, a group of villains made their way toward them, or toward Eri. So they start causing commotion, making commotion, and because of that people start running everywhere. Then suddenly someone sneaked on Eri and Nijire. They were able to take Eri, and a couple of them attack Nijire. She was easily able to defeat them, but the one that captured Eri managed to escape because of the commotion. And when Deku catch up to Nijire, it was already too late. After she told him that Eri was captured, he searched every corner of the plaza for her, but nothing. Then Deku screamed at the top of his lungs and he punched the ground, breaking it, making the people stop in their tracks. Then Nijire approached him, she calmed him down and she apologized because she didn't think it was her fault. It's not your fault. They planned this. You said that you captured two, right? Yeah, I did. Good. Deku walked toward them. By the way, the heroes haven't arrived yet. So Deku wake up one of them and he tell him, where is she? Where did you take Eri? The villain did not reply and he told him to screw himself. And he won't say anything because I'm not afraid of a brat. Then Deku grabbed me by his face and slammed him against the wall. Repeatedly. I'm going to ask again, where is she? He did not reply. Then Deku grabbed his arm and break it. He screamed in pain. Where is she? Nijire tried to stop him, but he screamed at her and told her to stay out of this. Then he grabbed his other arm and break it. Then he punched him a few times, making sure that he's close to death. Then he healed him back up. The villain, or the thug, and Nijire were shocked. Then Deku punched him in his gut. Then he repeated the cycle. Listen here. Either you tell me where you took Eri, or I will break every bone in your body, then heal you, again and again and again. So answer me, where is she? The villain is literally begging for his life, then he tell him where she is. You better not lie to me, because if you are, you will die a gruesome death. I'm not, I swear. Good, then Deku knocked him out by smashing his face into the wall. Then Deku turned around and started walking. Where are you going? Nijire asked. Getting Eri back. Then Deku ran off, but to Nijire he just teleported. She knew that he's fast, but this is unreal. Deku quickly changed to his work uniform, and he went straight to Overhaul's hideout, and he went through the gate like a tank. The yakuza tried to stop him, but Deku just blasted at them, killing them instantly. But he left a couple of them still alive. He grabbed one of them and he told them, little girl, grey hair, where is she? The first one did not reply and they suffered a gruesome death. And after seeing this, the rest spoke up and he told him she's underground. Deku thanked them, then he killed them. He went underground and he was quickly stopped by the 8 bullets. Not all of them. There was Rappa, Rikia, Mimic, the one that can create shields, and the trio that fought Tamaki. I don't remember their names and I don't care. Rikia started by sucking Deku's energy, but there is too much. Deku was not affected at all. Then Deku cut his head clean off. If you think that any of you is going out of this alive, you're sadly mistaken, because I will be your judge, jury, and executioner today. And this put fear inside their hearts, because they know he's the judge. They tried everything, and I mean everything, from shielding themselves using shield, and Rappa pushing him as hard and as fast as he can, but nothing worked. He easily killed them all. Then he made his way toward Eri. He found her strapped into his chair, screaming, and Overhaul is in front of her, holding a knife, or what's the name of that knife? Give me a second. Scalp, yeah. He's holding a scalp. By the way, Overhaul is with his goons. Deku instantly rushed at them, and he punched Overhaul away from Eri, sending him crashing into the wall. His goons tried to stop Deku, but they quickly knocked away. Deku freed Eri, she jumped on him, hugging him, and she's crying. Deku comforted her and apologized. And after a minute, she calmed down. Then Deku blessed his way out through the ceiling. Then he teleported close to his house. Then he let Eri rest, because she passed out from shock. Then Deku went back to finish his job. He teleported back to Shie hassaikai, and when he arrived he saw Overhaul in his monster form. "There you are! Give her back!" Overhaul shouted. "You will die for your crimes, Overhaul." And at the same time, the heroes arrive, seeing this monstrosity in front of them, and he's with the judge. They thought of the worst, maybe they are working together. Then they saw that the judge is fighting Overhaul, and Deku is easily dismantling him. Whatever Overhaul do, it's nothing compared to Deku. He creates multiple arms, Deku easily destroys them. He's just toying with him. He wants to make him suffer for what he did. And after a solid minute of this brutal beatdown, the only reason Overhaul was able to hold down this much is because he can heal himself, by the way. So this monstrosity dropped in the middle of the Shie hassaikai headquarters. The heroes were going to go in to assess the damage, but then Ryuko stopped them because she can see that the judge is doing something. He put both his hands together and a black orb of energy started forming. Then he fired it, completely erasing the building. And when the smoke dissipates, everyone can only see a massive crater, a couple of thousand feet in depth. The heroes look in awe about this power. They understood why he was able to push Star and Stripe back. So while everyone is afraid, one of them is looking at Deku in a different way. Nijire, even though she's a bit of an airhead, she's not an idiot. Because what are the odds of when Izuku got the information on the Shie hassaikai, the judge show up? So she started putting the pieces together, and she found out that there is a high chance that Izuku is the judge. But she kept that to herself while watching Izuku fly away. So after Deku's attack, the heroes are in disbelief about the level of destruction. Now they understand why even Star and Stripes was forced to retreat. He's a monster. All of them think the same except Nijire. Even though she's an airhead, she's not dumb, because she knows there is a high chance that the judge is Deku. Ryuko did see her lost in her thoughts and asked her what's wrong. Nijire quickly snapped out of it. "It's nothing, Ryuko, don't worry about it." Okay. Anyway, we should leave. There is nothing left here. Nijire nodded and the heroes went back to their job after they gave the report to the police, and the news obviously spread about the judge completely erasing the Shie hassaikai from the map. And this was another reassuring to Shigaraki, because if he messes with the judge, he will end up just like Overhaul. So he needs to play his cards right to make sure that he will join him. Back to Deku, he just went back home after dropping by the police station and killing the two thugs. You know, the one that helped kidnap Eri. Deku never said that he would let them be. He only said that he would not kill them painfully. So he quickly dispatched of them. Then he went back home. And when he entered, he heard crying. And obviously it's Eri. He quickly rushed at her. He hugged her and he assured her that everything is alright. "Don't worry, Eri. That monster will never come after you ever again." Really? Yeah. Anyway, it's getting late and you're obviously tired, so you should rest. Can you stay here? I don't want to be alone. Of course, Eri. Deku smiled. So fast forward a couple of days. During this time, the people are wondering why the judge killed the Shie hassaikai. Because this is new. Whenever he killed someone, he always released information on them, but this time, nothing. So they start coming up with theories. Maybe he doesn't have enough information. They doubt that. And maybe, just maybe, it was personal. The Shie hassaikai just pissed him off and he killed them. Remember, he is a villain, so he will do it. And during this time, 3 people are asking what happened. All Might, Nizu, and Nijire. For Nizu and All Might, the both of them are wondering what happened and why he did that. And Nijire is conflicted. She knew for a fact that he is the judge, but she didn't say anything to Ryuko, or any other hero, or anyone, because she's been against villains. And even though Deku is one of them, he's completely different from what she used to. Most villains are just cold-hearted, but he's different. Sure, he can be cold and aggressive, like he did to the thug, but he cared about Eri way too much. That proves he still have a heart, so that's why she's conflicted. And for Deku, he spent most of his time with Eri. After that incident, she's a bit more afraid of staying along, so that is preventing him from doing his job like he used to. Plus, Eri is afraid of going out now, which is understandable, but after a few more days, she went back to normal, and to reassure her, Deku did show her where was the shie hassaikai, and that actually helped her. Somehow seeing the place that she was tortured in gone make her at ease. Deku knew that was a gamble, especially at her age, but he had to take it. Then one day, Deku told Eri that he's going on a walk and he will be back. She's a bit afraid, but she understands. And when he come back, he had a surprise for her. A cute little puppy. And thank you for the suggestion in next part in the comment section. Of course, Eri was happy to see a puppy. Deku knew that it is a bit more responsibility than before. But he knew that with his job, he cannot spend a lot of time with Eri. The last few days were an exception. So this puppy will keep her preoccupied. So he moved along a bit. And Deku is going through some files, and he found some dark secrets about the Hero Safety Committee. Damn it, not only the heroes, but also their heads are filled with fakes. Damn. I did kill my fair share of politics, but this is unreal. There's a lot of them in Japan. Some heroes were treated unfairly, especially you, Nagant. Don't worry, I will give you the justice that you want and need. Fast forward a bit and Deku is doing his normal patrol. Then he can feel someone coming at him. And he's large. All Might. Judge. All Might. What a pleasant surprise. So, what can I do for you? I'm here to stop you. Once and for all. Oh? So you're going to fight me? Remember where we are, All Might. We are in the middle of the city. There is a lot of civilians around us. So if we start fighting, they will get hurt. Are you threatening them? I'm not. I'm just stating the facts. We both are strong. So what do you think will happen when we clash? Use your head. I'm tired, so I'm leaving. Wait! All Might shout. Why did you do it? Why did you kill them all? The shie hassaikai. Deku stood quiet. Whenever you kill someone, you always tell us why. But this time, you didn't. So answer me. Why did you do it? What will change if I tell you why I killed them or not? They're gone. End of story. Do you know what you did? You mean interfering with the investigation of Night Eye? All Might's eyes widen. How did you? Deku just smirk. I know for a fact that you're working with Night Eye right now, because you exactly know where I was, meaning he used his quirk on you. And when you judge me about breaking the law, you know that interfering with the timeline is a crime, right? What? All Might was confused about this weird law. Deku just sighed and told him to not worry about it. There are things that are just beyond him. And this just makes All Might feel weird. What does he mean about things that are just beyond me? Anyway, Deku speak up, snapping him back to reality. Like I told you, All Might, I'm tired, so I'm leaving. Deku turned around and started leaving, then he stopped. The reason I did not say anything is because it's not my call. This time, someone else's decision. Because this information would affect their life. All Might was surprised. Deku saw that. I might be a villain, All Might, but I'm not a monster. Not anymore. Then Deku disappeared, leaving All Might in shock. So Deku went back home, and the second he did, Eri ran at him with the puppy. Deku smiled. I'm home. Eri just gave him a smile and welcomed him back. So after they ate, Deku is sitting with Eri. Eri, Deku speak up. It might be a little girl, but you know what I do, right? Eri nod. So do you think I'm a monster like them? Eri quickly hug him and she tear up a bit and tell him he's not a monster. because he only killed bad people. Plus he cared for her, and he's not faking it because he wants to use her like he did. Deku hug her, he calm her down and he thank her. It's been a while since he had someone on his side. It's getting quite late, Eri. Go to your room, and tomorrow I will give you some candy apples, okay? Eri perk up and tell him, really? Deku chuckle, yes, but how about now? And she give him puppy eyes. That will not work on me, Eri. Plus, no sweets before bed. Fast forward to next day, Deku is currently watching the news and they are talking about him killing the shie hassaikai. People are arguing because it's been a few days and he haven't released any information about them and why he did it. Deku sighed because they are annoying. So he picked up his phone and he called them. Don't ask me because Deku can do it. Remember, he was able to get information on the Hero Safety Committee. So this will tell you that he can get anything that he wants, information wise. So Deku called them, or at least one of them. At first they were a bit weirded out because they don't know the number. And after he explained who he is, they thought that he was a fraud. But after giving some sensitive information about them, they start listening to his orders. They give the phone to the reporter and he puts it on speaker. Who are you? They ask him. The guy that you guys are arguing about a few seconds ago. Wait, you mean that you are him? They start laughing, then they saw the pure horror on the face of the owner of the phone. I don't care who, just some random worker there, so deal with it. So the reporters quickly realize that he's the real deal. So, sorry about that, Mr. Judge. What can we do for you? Nothing. It's just what can I do for you? It's been a few days and you are annoying me with your assumptions. Everyone were terrified. They know he can kill them in a heartbeat. Don't worry, I can see your face. I won't kill you. I only kill fakes. You're not one of them. And before you ask, yes, I did do my homework on you. So all of you want the reason why I killed the shie hassaikai? Here it is. They got a file containing everything that happened and why he killed the shie hassaikai, especially Overhaul, killing innocent people, his experiment, and the quirk erasing bullet. But he did not mention Eri, and after going through everything live, everyone was speechless. But soon after that, the reporter realized that the names of victims are not on the list. You catch on pretty quick. Well, that's the reason it took me a few days to release this information. I was going through the file to make sure that their name will not be mentioned. They don't want anything to do with it, so I will honor their request. And this shocked everyone. You honor their request? They ask. Deku confirm it. And after some silence, are you sure you are the judge? Yes, I am. But he's supposed to be a heartless villain. Oh, don't worry. I am heartless. But only for the one I deem so. Because I might be a villain, but I'm not a monster. And everyone was shocked, especially with what happened after it. They heard someone calling for Deku, and obviously it's Eri, and she's asking where is her candy apples. Don't worry, I will keep my promise. Yay, thanks Dad. Deku chuckled and it took him a second to understand. Then it hit him, then he hung up the phone. Eri, what did you just call me? Dad? Sorry about that, it just slipped. It won't happen again. Deku pat her and tell her everything is okay. It just took me by surprise, okay? Back to the news station, like I said, everyone are in disbelief because they just talked to the judge and it turned out that he have a kid. They don't know if they should be impressed or afraid. Well, considering that Eri's court can literally turn back time, they should be afraid. It's not like the little beam is going to use it, but still. And for the rest of the world, or Japan in this case, some of them were shocked and the others were somewhat relieved. The heartless judge have a heart after all, especially with the trio, All Might, Nijire and Nizu. Nijire immediately recognized Eri's voice, so that confirmed that Deku is the judge. And for the rest of the heroes that want to capture or get rid of the judge, they are trying their best to find this kid, because it can be his weakness. So fast forward a bit and Eri went back to normal. Deku get the news that 1A once again were attacked by a villain. To be precise, Shigaraki. So he quickly realized that if he want to get close to the League of Villains, and by extension All For One, he need to keep an eye out for 1A. And by coincidence, his best friend Bakugo is there. So not only he can get information on All For One, he can also torture him. 2 birds, 1 stone. So fast forward a couple of days, and Deku heard that Class 1A are going to the summer camp, but he heard nothing about the location. So Nizo did heed his advice. Oh well, I still have my own way of tracking them. There's still a couple of days before the summer camp, and I think this will help me spend the time. So Deku flew away to a specific city with a tall building in the center. So Deku entered or break in quietly, and he waited for a bit. Then a group of people walk in. Redestro and his, I would say goons, but they're more like partners. Anyway, when Destro saw him, he gets serious. Who are you? How did you get in? I'm here to talk. Then Deku showed him his book. This is quite an interesting book you have here. Rikia, or should I call you Redestro? And immediately everyone charged at him because he knew who is Redestro, so maybe he's a threat. But with just a swift move of his hand, Deku pushed them back. Needless to say, they were shocked about the power in display. Listen here, all of you. I'm not here to fight, but if you want one, I will give you one. Deku released a massive bloodlust and everyone is afraid. But Redestro was able to talk and tell him, okay, sorry about our rude welcoming, but who are you? Me? Well, you might heard about me. I'm pretty sure that my work in the past few weeks in Japan did reach you, right? Work you mean? Then it hit them. Wait a second. Black clothes? And that mask. You're the judge. The one and only. So sit down. Let's have a talk about your Meta Liberation Army. Because it's time I put it to the test and give it proper judgment. All the members are afraid and they nod. And they sit down. Okay, now that's settled and everyone is calmed down, let's talk about this book. Do you really mean everything that's in it? Because I can read between the lines. So answer me. Redestro? Redestro nod and he tell him his view. With a society that everyone can be free on using their quirks and everyone giving their own opinion about it, and after they finish talking, but do you have a proper law with it? Law, they ask? Well, of course. With you building a society where everyone can use their power freely, there bound to be someone that will use their power and hurt someone that cannot defend themselves against it. Because with this decision, you need new sets of laws. For example, if someone just did what I just described, his punishment will be worse than someone that fought someone without a power. Redestro starts thinking because he's right. Then Deku add about the people that are still in this society. What will happen to them? They will be against it, not only the heroes. So what will you do about them? Will you keep their lives the same or make it worse? Redestro doesn't have any word to say. Deku just glare at him. Look, I will give you some time to think because I can see that you haven't done anything yet. Or at very least something that will make me give you your proper judgment. So I'll leave you with a warning. If it turns out that what you're doing is fake, no one in this reality will save you from me. Do I make myself clear? Redestro is shaking in fear and nod. Good. Same goes for all of you. They all nod. Good. I'll be taking my leave now, but remember, I will always be watching. But before they could disappear, Curious asked him, why is he doing this? What is his end goal? My end goal is a utopia. A place where peace rule over the world. A place where murderers and outlaws, and especially the fake heroes, get the proper judgment. No matter who they are. Civilians, billionaires, politics, presidents, whoever they are, if they see themselves above other humans because of their status, and they make their lives miserable or kill them for their entertainment, they will get the proper judgment. A place where everyone, even the quirkless people, will feel safe. That's my end goal. And I don't care if I have to get some blood on my hand. And after hearing this, Redestro's eyes widen. Deku, or the judge, is not afraid of using his power to his fullest to reach his goal. And his goals are almost the same. The difference is, Deku does his job alone. Redestro have an army. Don't worry, I won't fail. Redestro reply. And for some reason, he feels less stressed out. He knows what Deku or the judge is capable of. At first, he thought of the judge as another villain. Sure, he showed why he killed heroes, but still, in his eyes, he was still another villain. But now he's completely changed. Now he knows that he have a goal, not just random slaughter. And he cares about human lives. That's why he asked the 2 questions about his laws. And Deku's aim goal is freedom for everyone. Or, to put it mildly, liberation from this society. Then Redestro speak up and tell Deku if he need anything, he will assist him. And this shocked his partners. Deku just stood quiet. So you want me to work under you? No, I want to work with you. And if you want, the Metal Liberation Army is under your command. An army, huh? Well, I have to decline, even though it's tempting. I prefer to walk along. It's easier and much more effective. Redestro understand. I won't interfere with your work, Deku said. But if you cross that line, I know, Redestro replied, you'll be having my head. Not only yours. Then he looked at the group. Just like with the shie hassaikai, Overhaul was pulling the strings and his goons just followed. So all of them pay the same price. And if you fail and they follow you, they will get the same judgment. Redestro bow. I won't. I always remember that. I won't endanger my men for nothing. A villain that cares about his members. That's new and refreshing. Deku add, well, have a nice day. Then Deku disappear. His associate did ask him about what just happened, so he told them that the judge is the true image of liberation. He doesn't hide in the darkness, and he's using his power freely. The other members can see it now, plus they're afraid of the judge, so you know that they don't want to anger him, or mess with his bad side. So Deku made his way home, but he stopped for a cup of tea. It's been a while, a few days, since he had the time to rest because of Eri. He's not complaining, but still. So while he's enjoying his cup of tea, someone spot him. We meet again. Deku looked up, and he saw Nijire. Yes, indeed. Hero, mind if I sit? She asked. Go ahead. She sat down. So how things are going with Eri? She's fine. She's back to normal before that incident. Good. That's good to hear. I can see that you're taking care of her, Izuku. Or should I call you the judge? Huh. Thought that you would figure it out. Well, I did leave a lot of clues. So, why are you here? To arrest me? I can see that you are along. So you're planning on fighting me along? No, I won't. I didn't even tell Ryuko about you. Oh, really now? Why? I don't know. Because I am one of the big 3, I met my fair share of villains. You are different. Even though you are a villain, you still have a heart, so why? Why are you a villain? You have amazing power, and you care about people. You can be a great hero, so why? And after a pause, do you really want to know? Jiren nodded. Even if you know that if you tell anyone about this, not only you, but also your loved ones will die. Nijiri was shocked, but she knows he's a villain, he will do it. So she thinks about it. I want to know, and I won't tell anyone about this. Okay then, follow me. So she did, and they took a cab to the cemetery. What are we doing here? You want to know why? So follow me. She nodded and followed him. Then they stopped in front of a headstone. Well, we're here. And Deku is looking at the stone. Nijiri stood quiet and she told him, so, who was she? My mother. And this shocked Nijiri. So, who is she? Nijiri asked. My mom. Nijiri was taken aback because there is no records about the judge being from Japan. They barely have some pictures of him. For a split second she thought of telling the heroes about this, but she quickly thought otherwise because she doesn't feel like telling them, because now she realized that not every hero is a good guy, to put it mildly. And even though everyone calls Izuku a villain or a monster, he's not. Plus there's a small part that she's afraid of Deku because he did tell her if she told anyone about this, he will kill her and her family. So after a pause, I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay, he replied, looking down. So what happened to her? She asked him. Deku replied after a few seconds. She was killed by a villain. Oh, Niji replied. Then she was cut off by Deku, adding, and he had the help of a fake hero. Nijiri's eyes widened. What? Deku nodded. Are you sure? Who is the hero? I know he's the hero, but I won't tell you. Because the scenario either will be they put him behind bars or do nothing. This society, especially Japan, is filled with fakes. And I'll make sure to cleanse it once and for all. Nijiri paused. So all of this is just for revenge? At first it was, but after a while my goals change. At first it was only to punish the one that caused her pain. But after seeing how the mortals of this planet treat each other, the strong will rise and the weak will die, it made me sick. People with power think they are gods, and I will prove that they are not. All the power, all the fame that they're having means nothing. I will kill them all to send a message. Anyone trying to follow their footsteps will end up just like them. Because here's the thing that these mortals don't know. There's a lot of people that follow the same path as them. And I saw with my 2 eyes the result of that. Only death and destruction to everything. And I will be damned if I let that happen. Not again. After this, both of them stood in silence for a few seconds. Then Deku broke it. So now you know my past and why I'm doing this. I don't need your opinion if this was right or wrong. Then why are you doing this? She asked him. I don't know. Maybe because it's been a while since I talked with someone without trying to kill him, or the other way around. And this shocked Nijiri. Someone tried to kill him? Anyway, remember our deal. I should be going. Eri is waiting for me. Nijiri nods and Deku walks away. After this, she went back home, trying to process everything. Is what he's doing right? Sure, the crime rate did drop a lot all around the world from the report that she got from Yoriyuku, but it's still a bit of a pill to swallow. She's a hero after all. She saves lives, but she cannot hold it against him. He is doing good in his own twisted way. After this, we fast forward a couple of days. Deku got the confirmation that not only Class 1A but also Class 1B are going to the training camp this summer. And from what he can gather, it's only a couple of days away. Plus this helps him because there is a large amount of people he can easily sense their presence, even though they are way weaker than him. So tracking them will not be a problem. The problem is knowing when the League of Villains are going to attack. He heard from a grapevine that they are recruiting some new members. So far they got Dabi twice and this girl named Himiko Toga. And this shocked Deku. Why is a little girl with a League of Villains? So he spent a couple of days researching why, and he found out what happened to Himiko. And because of it, once again the humans discussed him. She was literally abused by her family to hide her quirk. So rather than helping her, they tried to control her. Sorry All Might, but this society is full with monsters. This is ironic coming from me. I even killed my own master. Anyway, I will deal with this Toga when I meet the League of Villains. So as you, Dabi, but now I need to focus on you. And he's holding a file of a famous ex-hero that was sent to Tartarus after getting betrayed, aka Lady Negant. Well, it will take me a couple of days to set up everything, so there won't be any problems. So time went on, and after saying goodbye to Eri, and after reassuring her that he will be fine and he will be back soon, and promising her candy apples if she behaves, Deku flew to Tartarus, and with his immense speed he quickly arrived. He landed inside the prison, getting attention of every guard. The security went off and he was quickly surrounded. Who are you and what you're doing here? One of the guards shouted. I'm just here to talk with the warden, and for who I am, take a guess. I'm pretty sure you know me from my work the previous couple of months. He replied with a smirk under his mask. Some of the guards were puzzled, but some quickly realized who he is and they start shaking in fear. It's him, one of them said. They quickly asked him who is he. It's the judge. Every guard's eyes widen and they turn to face him, shaking in fear. Deku started clapping. That's good, some of you did do their homework. Anyway, like I said, I'm here to talk with the warden, and don't try to call for backup. I blocked the communication for like 10 minutes, and I think if I really want to, I can easily kill everyone here in like 2 minutes tops. So don't waste my time and take me where the warden is. Now. and Deku released a bit of his power. Every guard gulped, and a couple of them took him to the warden. So they took him to his office. This is his door. Please enter. I see. Thank you for your help, gentlemen. Deku opened the door and quickly closed it. The warden is shaking in fear, because he have the CCTVs and he saw the judge and he heard what he said. So, how can I help you, judge? Don't be afraid. I'm not here to kill anyone. For once, I'm actually here to free someone. And this surprised the warden. What do you mean freeing someone? All of them here are criminals. And from my knowledge, you kill criminals. You're right. I kill criminals, at least the ones that deserve death. And I did do my homework, and everyone here deserved to die. The prisoners, I mean, except for one. And this really tricked the warden. Okay, who is he? Not he, is a she. Oh, and who might be? Take a look by yourself. And Deku handed him over a flash drive. He plugged it in and his eyes widened. Her? Deku nodded. But why? From all the criminals here, she's the worst. She killed her partner and a large amount of people and heroes. You're right about that. She did kill her partner, but she was forced to. Keep scrolling. The warden did, and what he saw shocked him. It took him a bit to finish reading everything, and when he did, he looked up at the ceiling without uttering a word. Why? The warden asked, breaking the silence. Why what? Why are you showing me this? Judging by your strength, you can easily break her free. So why? Because I don't want to cause you any problems. The warden's eyes widen, then Deku continue. If I break her free, people will go wild because it's Tartarus and the most secure location, and I was able to break in easily. So I can guarantee you, to calm the people down, the Hero Safety Committee will try to put the blame on someone. And since you are the warden, they will put the blame on me. Deku nodded. And I don't want to cause you any problems. And your family? The warden looked at him. Yeah, I know that you are married and have a kid. Well, a couple of them actually. So yes, I did do my homework on you, and I know that you are a good person. And I'm trying my best to not hurt innocent people doing my cleaning of this planet. I see. Thank you. You're welcome. So here is going to happen. I can guarantee you that a couple of your guards are working directly under the Hero Safety Committee, so we need to fool them. All of them. What do you have in mind? I kind of need to hurt you, to put up the image that you try fighting me. I know it's... The warden cut him off. Really? Yeah, I'm not an idiot. I know either you hurt me physically or my family will get hurt. And I will choose the former every day. Man, I'm glad that I was not wrong about you. There's not a lot of people like you in this era. I guess thank you? Sorry, it's a bit weird getting compliments from you. So I heard. Anyway, we cannot waste any more time. Get ready. The warden nodded. Apologies in advance. And play along. The warden nodded and Deku started beating him up. Some of the guards heard the commotion and they rushed toward the door, but the second they got close to it, it got blown up, and out of the smoke, it revealed the warden with a broken arm, and of course beaten up. Then Deku stomped over him. Where is she? He asked. Screw you. I can kill you, you know that? Then so be it. Huh. Fearless, I will give you that, but will their lives matter to you? Then he pointed his hand at the guards and charging a key blast. The guards are terrified, and because of this the warden submit and he give him what he want. He tell one of the guards to take him where is Lady Nagant. So they escort Deku to Lady Nagant, and they took the warden to the infirmary. Ow, that hurt, the warden thought, but he's a good actor, can give him that. Back to Deku, he was taken to Lady Nagant's cell. She was surprised at first when she heard the guard telling her that there is someone here for her. When she exits, she asks who is he. The guard replied while terrifying that he's the judge, and every cell on the block heard him. Every inmate were terrified and actually felt sympathetic for Lady Nagant. Whatever the judge will do to her is worse than death, they thought. She thought the same. Good, I don't want to waste my time anymore here. Because I really have the urge to blow up this place and killing everyone here. Everyone are terrified even more now. But for now, I'll be satisfied by just having you. Then he put his hand on her shoulder. So have a nice day, guard. And everyone here that can listen to me. Go out of your cells. Try to run away and escape from Tartarus, and you will wish that you will never have done that. Then Deku teleport away with Lady Nagant. The guard dropped to his knees, gasping for air, because the second he lock eyes with him, heck, before that, he can feel that the judge is not a normal person. Calling him a monster is an understatement. Back to Deku, him and Lady Nagant arrive in an apartment. At first, she thought of the worst. First things first, I don't think this clothes suits you. Then Deku snapped his fingers, and her clothes changed to almost the same one that she wore when she was a hero. She was surprised, and Deku catch on that. What's wrong? You thought that I will... Deku start laughing a bit. Lady Nagant get a bit offended, but she sigh. Yeah, I know about it. I am in my late 30s after all. Sorry, Deku replied. I am not laughing at you. If I can be blunt, you're still looking good for your age. She was taken by surprise and blushed a bit. Thank you? Sorry, what's going on here? I thought that you will kill me or... No, I'm not going to kill you or that. I don't have any desires to do that. But you're right, let's go straight to the point. Judging by your reaction, you know who I am, right? She nodded. Good. So what I did is giving you your proper judgment. I freed you. Her eyes widened. Freed me? He nodded and he showed the same files that he showed the warden. Wait, with this, you can prove your innocence and show what the Hero Safety Committee did to you and the others. Then why haven't you? Because it's not the time yet. You know that I will give people the proper judgment, and I know that you did kill your partner. You were forced to and lied to, and yes, you deserve to be locked up because of it. And I think you serve enough time. So here what's going to happen. I need you to stay in this house for like 5 days most. It will take some time to everything to fall in place. So you have two options. Stay here for the rest of the... Stay here for like almost a week, then be free, or then you open up a file and you put it on the table. Open this file and do one more job for me. So if I don't, you will kill me. I won't. The choice is yours. Like I said, you serve your time and it's time for you to be free. You just need to wait a few days. But what I'm asking you to do is make things right and give people their proper judgment. So here's your mission. I will give you 72 hours to think about it. If you decide to do the job, open this file. It will give you everything you need. But if you don't want to do it, don't open it or just destroy it or whatever. Do whatever you want. The choice is yours. Like I told you, in a week time, I will clear your name. But for now, stay in this place. There is everything you need in this apartment. So don't try to run, because it will only cause problems for you and me. And I will be trying my best to avoid any problems. Lady Nagant gulped. Fine, I won't try to run. If you want to kill me, you could have already done that. And this apartment is better than that cell. Glad that we can understand each other, Deku replied. Well, I'll be taking my leave. I have some preparation to do. And have a nice day, kinda. Then Deku teleported away, leaving a surprise and shocked Lady Nagant. Is this really the judge? I thought he called her the murderer. Then she remembered the prison. Well, he is, but there is more to him than that. Then she remembered what he told her. She blushed a bit. Quite the flirter, I can see. Deku went back home, finding a panting Eri. What's wrong now? Where's my candy apples? She asked. Deku laughed a bit. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Then he gave her some candy apples. She immediately smiled and she thanked him. Deku sighed a bit, then he smiled. So fast forward a few days. During this time, Class 1 did go the summer camp and Deku was able to follow them. But he kept his distance. But sometimes he cannot help it but putting some fear into Bakugo. Whenever he spot Bakugo dozing off or spacing out, he appeared just a line of his sight. Wearing his middle school uniform, the second they lock eyes, Deku smile, then he walks away, disappearing from sight. Each time this happened, Bakugo ran after him, but each time Deku just disappear. And Bakugo is thinking that he start losing his mind. And while he's playing with Bakugo, he did catch the sight of Koda, and for some reason, he looked familiar, he commented. So nothing happened until the night of the attack. Deku was just laying down, thinking of his next move. Then he felt a large key presence near Class 1A and Class 1B, followed with a bunch of small ones. And these presents are malicious. It's about time you make your move. Shigaraki, now it's my turn. Eri, I will be back. Oh, okay. Take care. She gave him a smile. Deku smiled back and teleport away to the biggest key sword that he can sense, and it's Muscular. And he arrived in the nick of time because he see that Muscular is going to crush Koda. He instantly blocked the attack and punched him away, doing quite a lot of damage. Muscular was shocked. One punch and he did this much damage? Muscular spit up blood. Who are you? Huh, Muscular. I'm surprised that you survived one of my punches. You're indeed strong, but not enough to beat me. Muscular gets up. Look, I don't care who you are, but you seem strong. So let me guess, you're a hero? Hero? No, I am not one, Deku replied. Huh, really? But I don't care. What I care about is seeing your blood. The same way I will do to that kid. Deku looked behind him and asked Koda, is he okay? He nodded. But this monster, he killed them. He killed them. Killed who? My parents. Your parents? Wait a second. Now I can see why you look familiar. You're the son of the water hose. Koda nodded. You know them? Yes, I know about them, but sadly I haven't met them. And I know that he killed them. I did try looking for him, but he was off the grid. What are the chances that you will be here, Muscular? Now I can finish you off. Finish me off? Keep dreaming! The Muscular charged at him, throwing a punch. Deku did not dodge or block. He took it head on, and he didn't flinch. Is that all you got? Deku replied. Muscular was shocked. He took a step back, power up to his max, and threw the biggest punch that he can muster. Deku just blocked it using one finger. Then using the same finger, he flicked Muscular to the mountain, doing severe damage. Both Koda and Muscular are shocked, but Muscular is mostly terrified. Who are you? How can you be this strong? Me? I'm the judge. Muscular's eyes widen. It can't be. What are you doing here? You know what I am here. And Deku kicked a key sword to give you and your comrades your proper judgment. Because tonight, I'm your judge, jury, and executioner. Then he looked at Koda. You better look away, kid. Wait, stop! Muscular said right before Deku cut me in half. I usually go for the heart, but for you, I'm extra pissed. Deku turned back to Koda. Koda was terrified. He think that he's going to kill him next, but Deku dispelled his key sword and go down to his level. You're okay? You're not hurt? I'm fine. That's good. Anyway, who's your guardian? My aunt. Your aunt? Mandalay. Oh, come on, let's go. I'm pretty sure she's worried about you. Koda nodded and Deku picked him up, and for some reason Koda is not terrified. It's the opposite, he feels safe. So they flew where the commotion is, and in the way, they saw a Numu taking an unconscious ragdoll. Deku quickly killed the Numu and took ragdoll. She's alive, just passed out. Deku picked her up and he fly back to the main group. Upon arriving, everyone stopped at the sudden appearance of a new ally or threat, because no one knew who he is, except one, Aizawa. Because in this continuity he did not meet Deku in the forest, he arrived early. Aizawa started shaking a bit. Don't engage him, Aizawa, I shout. Why, do you know him? He slowly nodded. It's him. It's the judge. Everyone's eyes widen and they look back at him. The villains were already in a back foot with Aizawa being here. Now the judge, they decide to run away. With the help of a clone of Dabi, he distracted him long enough using a fireball, so the other two ran away. But that was not important for the wild pussycat, because they can see the judge carrying Koda and an unconscious ragdoll. It was risky attacking him, so they decide just stood their ground. Deku put down Koda. Go to your aunt. He nodded and ran towards her. She asked him, is he okay? He nodded. Then she looked up to see the judge right in front of her. She was terrified, of course. She put Koda behind her. Then Deku spoke up. I think this is your friend, right? Then he gave her ragdoll. She was surprised, but she took her off his hand. She's fine, just passed out. She was attacked by a Numu and knocked her out. Then Deku looked to the side and realized that the League of Villains just escaped with someone. Huh, so that was their objective, huh? Then he looked to his left. I know you're there, Shigaraki, and you and your master will be next. Then Deku blocked Aizawa's scarf. You're under arrest, Judge. Aizawa yelled, with his eyes glowing red. Oh, Eraserhead, it's good that you're still kicking. Most of the heroes will be terrified to fight me, but you always find a way to impress me even more. Sadly, I need to cut there, then that was cut off by his phone ringing. 1 second, please. The heroes were taken aback. Is he taking a phone call during a fight? I can take this as you took my deal? Deku said, then someone replied from the other end of the phone. It was Lady Nagant. Yes, there is no way I'm refusing this deal. You should have told me this beforehand. Yeah, I could have, but I need to test your resolve, and it was a bit more fun doing this. You're confusing me now, you know that, Judge? Deku just smirked under his mask. Anyway, meet you at the location? Yeah, meet you there, Deku replied. Then he hung up. Thank you for standing by, Deku said to the heroes. Where were we? Oh yes, I was under arrest? Yeah, I don't think so, Aizawa. Aizawa's eyes widened. You know my name? I know more about you than you think, Shota Aizawa. Anyway, you should not worry about me. You should worry about your students, because one of them is not here anymore. And the second he said that, a group of students, Oraka, Todoroki, and the rest, and they tell Aizawa that Bakugo was kidnapped. Aizawa's eyes widen, then he looked at the judge. Well, I will leave you deal with this mess. Take care. Then he vanished, leaving a bunch of confused heroes in training, and a kid. So after Deku escaped, the heroes called for a paramedic and the police to make sure that the students are okay. They were able to capture Moonfish and that kid that can release toxic gas. I don't care about his name because he only showed up once. So after making sure that everyone is okay, except Ragdoll, she's unconscious, and Pixie Bob because she still had her head smashed, but luckily no lasting damage, only a scar. The biggest concerns are Bakugo and Tokoyami are missing and the judge was here. They start asking themselves how they were able to find them. First the League of Villains, then the judge, and why he was here. And to the shock of everyone, Koda answered. He was a bit hesitant and afraid because Deku killed the person in front of him, even though he told him to look away. And after telling them, they go check the mountain or hill and they found Muscular cut in half. Some of them gag at the scene. They never knew that the judge can be this brutal. He usually only aimed for the heart. The only time that he was this brutal, it was with shie hassaikai. But even with that, he completely obliterated them. He did not kill them like this. He's getting bolder, Aizawa replied. Do you mean that means something? The heroes ask. I don't know, but I just have a gut feeling and it's telling me that things will get worse from here. Everyone gulped, thinking of something worse than this. Back to Deku, he just arrived home. It's pretty late, so after feeding Eri, he put her to sleep, and he decided to check on Lady Nagant. Like he expected, she's awake. Can't sleep, Deku replied, stuttering Lady Nagant. What? How did you? Since when? I just got here. I can teleport. You're full of surprises. Just stop doing that. There's a door, you know that? I know, but considering who I am, I don't think it would be good me just walking on the street. True, but you can remove your mask, you know that. You got me there. I didn't feel like walking. Speaking of the mask, then Deku removed his mask. Nagant was surprised. What? Deku asked. Nothing. It's just, why did you remove your mask? Well, since we are technically will be partners, Deku replied, it will be better if you know my face. Plus, soon all the world will know my face. Really soon. Oh, why do I feel like something big is going to happen? Because it will. Because I will be getting rid of the biggest monster of this planet. But let us not get ahead of ourselves. We still have to deal with them. Lady Nagant grinned. Care to go over the details? She asked. Deku nodded. It will take some time to go over the details. Let me make some tea. She nodded and Deku went to make some tea, leaving a shocked Lady Nagant. She still can't get over the fact that he's the judge. He looks a bit young. Not too young, but still younger than her. And he looked kind of cute. She blushed at her own thoughts. Is something wrong? He asked her, snapping her from her thoughts. It's nothing. I'm just surprised you're younger than I thought. Well, you're not wrong. I'm in my early 20s. Maybe 25 or 23, I forgot. You forgot? Yeah, when you try to change over the world, age is something that you don't need to think about. You just need will and determination to move forward. I see. Anyway, let's begin. I'd rather be back home before sunrise. Because of your kid? She asked him. Deku raised an eyebrow. Yeah, pretty much everyone know about her. It's a big deal that the judge have a kid. I guess you're right. Anyway, who's the mother? I don't know. What? Yeah, I don't know. You mean... No. She's not actually my kid. Blood-wise. Really? Deku nod. Do you remember the shie hassaikai? Or the day that I destroyed them? She nod. We did hear some rumors about you completely obliterate them. Well, you're right. I did explain the reason why they were using humans as test subjects. Lady Negan put the pieces together. Wait, you don't mean? Sadly, it is. They were using her as a test subject. Overhaul was using his quirk on her every day for the past few months. He hurt her to activate her quirk, then forcefully extract her blood, and because that bastard did not teach her how to deactivate it, he killed her and revived her every day. Lady Negan's eyes widened. She almost gagged, but she stopped herself when she saw the judge covered with a pinkish aura. He's angry. Everything around him starts shaking. The air starts becoming heavier. Just remembering those bastards is making him angry. Then he took a deep breath and stopped his aura. How old is she? Negan asked after a pause. I believe she's 6 years old. From what she told me, her dad disappeared and her mom left her shortly after that. My best bet is she accidentally used her quirk on her dad, killing him in the process, and her mom abandoned her and gave her to Overhaul, giving the poor little girl trauma thinking that she's a monster. That's just cruel, Negan replied, almost shouting. She's just a kid, she doesn't know any better, it was an accident. How can she do that to her own blood? Deku was honestly surprised, and he chuckled a bit. Who would have thought that the assassin ex-hero cared this much about little kid? Well, I might be an assassin, but you still have a heart, right? He asked her. She nodded. As do you, Judge. But before we start our meeting, can I ask you a question? It's a bit personal. Go right ahead. How can you do it? Do what? Killing and keep moving forward. Don't you feel paralyzed that you have blood on your hand while trying and touch your daughter or any innocent people? And after a pause, Deku replied, I actually never thought of that, but I don't care. Because when I kill, I make the decision. I do my research on my target and kill them. Because with that, I know that cleanse the world of a monster, not a person. And each time I see her, even though I have blood on my hand, I remember that I'm doing this so no one can suffer like her and I. But my case is different than yours. Even though yes, both of us killed, you were forced and given false information. That's why your guilt is killing you, because you killed innocent people. Lady Negan knocked down. Then Deku added, and that proved that you still have a heart. Then she looked at him. Most killers, when they kill, they only do it for fun, or they just feel like it. Just like Muscular and Moonfish. When they kill, they don't feel empathy or regret. That's why they keep on killing. You, on the other hand, you feel regret, meaning you're still human. And that's also one of the reasons I freed you. And I'm sorry I cannot help you with your consciousness. That's the thing that you need to keep living with. I just hope that you will learn from your mistake and do not accept orders from anyone. And here I am, accepting a job from the judge himself. Yeah, but unlike your previous jobs, you will benefit the most out of it. And I give you the choice to do it or not. Yeah, I know. Anyway, thank you for the talk and the tea. It's actually pretty relaxing. Don't mention it, so should we go back to work? She nodded and they discussed the plan. And they will begin after a couple of days. Back to the pro heroes, they just gathered to discuss what happened. The judge showing up, saving a pro hero and a kid, and killing Muscular. And 2 students were kidnapped. Things don't add up. Where is Bakugo and why he was there? These two are the biggest questions right now. Actually, need to speak up? I think we already know why he was there. The kid, his name was Koda, told us that the judge was tracking Muscular for a while. So maybe he was his target, and he saved Koda because he was just in a way. Are you sure it was that simple? They asked him. Well, considering that he always killed with some information behind it, yes, I do think so. Plus, we do need to focus on our students right now. The heroes agreed, and just like the anime, After some time, Momo woke up and she told the heroes about the tracker that she put on the Numu. They thank her, then suddenly they heard some static coming from the TV. They look at it and they saw the judge. They were surprised. Then Deku starts speaking up. The following contain violence. So who is weak of heart and the kids, please step away from the TV. And don't try changing the channel because this air on all the channels. So ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls and the technical member in between, I'm the judge. I'm pretty sure most of you know about me and you know about my work. So today I decided to do something different and show all of you something. Here's behind me, there is the principal of Aridahar Junior High and one of their teachers. And you're asking yourself what I am doing here with them. Here's the thing, these two are worse than villains. So today I'm going to do a public judgment. Everyone's eyes widen, especially the heroes. He wouldn't dare. He wouldn't execute them in public, would he? Then Deku speak up again. You see, these two supposed to help the next generation, so we can move society forward. But what they do was the opposite. They made fun of students that don't have any powers, aka quirkless. And that is putting it mildly. They bully, they turn a blind eye to bullyism. They play favorites with whoever have a powerful quirk. They don't care what he do, as long as he graduates from their middle school and spread the word, that's all they care about. Even if he was cruel, monstrous even, to the other students, they didn't give a damn. Heck, they even encouraged it and did it themselves. The other two tried to talk, but they are tied up, unable to both talk and move. Zip it, you two. Deku glared at them, flaring his power. Don't you dare try to lie, because then he smirked. I have evidence. Then he clicked a button and everyone can see a video showing these two encouraging bullying and even harassing some kids that try to report this incident. So tell me, do you really think you can sneak your way out of this? Deku asked the two of them. The two did not utter a word. So here's what's going to happen. Everyone that was involved in the bullying in this school, teacher or student, have to go to the police station and tell what they did. I am not asking you, I'm telling you. And because I'm being generous, I will give you 12 hours, not a second more. After that, the gloves are off. And if you think that I'm bluffing or you try to run away, remember who I am and remember what I can do. You can run, but you will always watch your back. And now for you two. You two will not have the same merciless day, because with you two it's personal. You two made someone dear to me life miserable, enter the last breath. Then Deku give his back to the camera and remove his mask. The two's eyes widen. Surprise, assholes, I'm back. The two start crying, and Deku decides to let one of them speak. And he starts begging and crying. Ah, come on now. At least die with your pride intact. But who am I kidding? Then Deku stab him through the chest. You bastards have nothing. No pride, no mercy. So I'll show you neither. Then Deku removes his hand, leaving a dead corpse. Then he looks at the principal. He's terrified. But Deku decides to make an example out of him. He looked at him dead in the eyes with a devilish smirk. Then he put on his mask and looked back at the camera. So, like I said, 12 hours, not a second more. All of you know where's the police station. And if you don't know, ask or use your phone. There should be plenty of time for you to come forth with your crimes. Because half a day from now, well, to give you an idea, then Deku put his hand backward, straight at the principal and the teacher. Well, that teacher. And with a single blast, he completely erased them. And a big portion of the building that he was in. And that building was his middle school. So, see you all tomorrow. And feel free to pray to your god. But spoilers, he won't be listening. Then Deku flew away. Everyone have mixed emotions. Between terrified, horrified, concerned, and weirdly enough, thankful. So needless to say, things are pretty chaotic. Everyone that bullied someone in Deku's middle school immediately rushed toward the police station, crying and begging to let them in. To the shock and the horror of the police, there is a lot of them. So you tell me that all of these people bullied kids? Just because they were born quirkless? Just what's wrong with you people? One of them shout. We should let you outside for him to kill you all. All of them are terrified and start begging even more. So one of the higher ups tell him to calm down. Even though I agree with you, we don't want a riot. Barricade this place. It's already pretty full, so we can just put on some tents or something like that. They nod, then the higher ups start looking at the sky. So one of the cops asks him what's wrong. It's about him, the judge. We received a report and everyone called him a monster. But they look at the people in front of him. But after seeing this, is he really a monster? Or is he fighting against monsters? I don't know, sir. I'm actually asking myself the same question. I guess he's the only one that have the answers. Anyway, go help the others. Right, sir. After this, we switch back to Deku. He's on the rooftop, then Negan called for him. Do you really think it was wise doing this at this time? I know it was personal, but still. Oh, in the contrary, kinda, Deku replied. It was the perfect time to do it. Because now the heroes, or most of them, are trying to found students and they need their big guns just because of All For One's involvement with the League of Villains. And the police will be preoccupied trying to calm down the people and not kill the one that bullied the kids that were in the middle school. So with this, they will have their hands tied. So when we begin, there will be no backup and no one to interrupt us. Negan's eyes widen. She starts laughing. Man, I see now our people are terrified of you. Not only you're strong, but your planning are perfect. Oh, why thank you. I'm just trying to not hurt innocent people doing my cleaning. And how is your skill? Still good at sniping? You didn't get rusty when you were in prison? A bit, but don't worry, Negan replied. But I'm still going to get my targets. Then she whipped out her rifle. Deku smirk. I can't ask for more. Anyway, I should head back home. I need to prepare dinner for Eri. Still can't get over the fact that you have a kid, Negan said, quite surprised. Deku laughed a bit. Me neither. Speaking of which, my guess is you can't cook, right? Negan blushed. Well, I was an assassin, not a cook. Wait a second. The way you said it, you can cook? Deku nodded. Jeez, what else you can do? Deku started laughing. I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. All of them are for combat. But cooking is special to me. And the way he said it got the attention of Negan. Oh? In what way? Deku looked down. It's one of the few things that make me remember the only person that showed me kindness in this cursed world. And I don't want to cast aside and lose that connection and memories. They are the only thing that is keeping me sane sometimes. Negan was lost for words. So who was he? And after a pause, Deku let out a sigh. It was my mom. She was killed by the hand of a villain that had the help of a fake hero. Negan's eyes widened. No wonder he hate the fake and villains this much. Anyway, the reason I asked you is, do you want to have dinner with us? I'm pretty sure eating junk food for a few days, it's not healthy or good. You sure? Deku nodded. Well, if you're offering, sure. But don't you think I'll use this information to turn on you? Deku started laughing. I know that you'll not do that, because one, everyone that know about my attack think that you're dead, so no one is using you. Second, if you do that, I'm way stronger than you think, so I can easily remove any trouble that you made. And lastly, if you do that, you will have way more to lose than me. And after this, Negan just sigh. Are you sure you're still human? You pretty much think of every case scenario. Deku started thinking. Well, I do have a human body, so yes, I think I'm still human. So should we get going? She nodded. Just put your hand on my shoulder. She did, and Deku teleported to his house. And immediately Eri came running at him and hugging him. Deku smiled. I'm home, Eri. She smiled back, then she saw Negan. Who is she? Oh, she's my temporary teammate. We are working on something together, so don't worry about it, okay? She nodded. You're hungry? She nodded again. You two can sit. Dinner will be done shortly. The two nod. They sit down and Negan is a bit uncomfortable. She doesn't know how to interact with kids, especially Eri after Deku told her what he did and how he saved her. Eri on the other hand, she doesn't care, she's only playing with her puppy. So after a bit they sit down and ate, And after a bit, Nagant catch Eri staring at her. Is something wrong, Eri? She asked her. Oh, it's nothing. It's just your hair. Oh, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. It's actually nice. Don't you think, Dad? Yeah, now I think about it, it does suit her a lot. Eri smiled and nod, like I said. Plus, I really like the pink stripes. Thanks for the compliment, Nagant replied. Fast forward a bit and Eri is getting tired. I'll be right back, Eri. Eri nod. Oh, okay. Good night. Then Deku teleports Nagant back to her apartment. And before he can say anything, she thanks him. For what? For giving me a peaceful and normal night. It's been over a decade since I had a normal dinner, without someone trying to kill me or keeping tabs on me. Even though I know that this dinner have other purposes, not just for me to have a normal dinner. Deku sigh. You figured it out, huh? She nodded. Sorry about that, but it was a test. A test? She asked. Yeah, not for you, for Eri. Then he explained what happened in part 2. Meeting with Nijire, the kidnapping. So this dinner was a test for her to see how she reacts to strangers. And I'm glad that she was fine overall. I see, but who is this Nijire? Oh, she's a third-year student in UA. I met her by accident. She have an interesting character. So why didn't you use her to this experiment? Nagant asked, slightly annoyed. What's up with this tone, Deku thought. Did I upset her in some way? Wait a second, it can't be. Nah, it can't be. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Well, to answer your question, Deku speak up. After my recent TV show and my future plan, I don't think it would be good for her to be near me. Future plans? She asked. Deku looked to the sky. Soon, very soon, everything will come out to light. And I will be cleansing this planet, at the very least, for the most evil in it. But I think that's enough for a little chat for now. We need to get our rest, because tomorrow, it's showtime. Nagant nod, and Deku teleports back to his house. The next day, like Deku expected, most of the police force are busy controlling the riot, because quite a lot of people are angry at the one that bullied the quirkless kids, and because there is a lot of them, the police are having a hard time stopping them. Heck, even some of them are actually thinking of letting people in, and even joining them. Then everyone can feel a massive power above them. They look up and they saw the judge. Everyone were frozen, in a mix of both shock and fear. Deku slowly descended in front of the police chief. The other cops did point their guns at them. Sorry, at him. Stay down, the chief told them. But sir, think about it. If you want to kill us, you already have done that. They saw the logic and they put the guns down. Huh, clever, Deku replied. So, what do we owe the pleasure, Judge? Deku looked left and right, seeing the people afraid of him. He smirked under his mask. Oh, it's nothing. I expected that you will be overwhelmed. Since you need to know who is guilty or not, and with what. Some of the cops were impressed, but the chief just sighed. Yeah, we kind of are, and it's all thanks to you. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. If you guys actually listened to the complaints years ago, this will not happen. Yeah, I figured that much. Don't worry. I have already dealt with the people that ignore their complaints. Good. One more thing less to worry about. And take this. They could give him a flash drive. What's in this? Every crime that school and people involved in it did in the past decade. There is a bit more for further years, but it's a bit incomplete. I didn't have the time to do proper searching. And this surprised all of them, even the chief. Then he gets serious. And why should I believe you? You don't, Deku replied instantly. I am a man of my word. I won't kill anyone here. I just decide to help you a bit. You can double check it if you want. I should go. I have other matters to attend. Other matters? The chief asked. Deku smirked. Just keep your eye on TV. And you will know what I mean. Then Deku flew up and disappeared, leaving a bunch of confused cops and civilians. So fast forward a few hours, and Deku is sitting on the top of a building, and Lady Nagant is next to him. It's time, huh? Yes. The police are busy with the riots, and the heroes are busy making a plan to stop the League of Villains and save Bakugo and Tokoyami. It can't be a more perfect time. Yeah, because you planned it. Oh, you flatter me, kinda. So, shall we dance? She smirked and Deku put on his mask. I thought that you would never ask. Then she readied her rifle and Deku teleported away, right into the conference meeting of the Hero Safety Committee. All of them were shocked. The judge? How did you? Guards, stop him! Some guards tried to stop Deku, but Deku instantly killed them. Now, don't do sudden moves. I'm really itching to finish you off. All of you. All of them are scared. But, Deku added, I have other plans. Back in the police station, the chief is thinking about Deku's words. He's looking at TVs, but there's only normal shows. Until they start changing. All of them. And from the screen he can see the judge, and behind him are the Hero Safety Committee heads. His eyes widen, then Deku starts speaking. Hello, we meet again. I'm glad to hear that all of you cowards did hear from my advice and went to the police station. For that, you're lucky. And for the few that thought that I'm bluffing, I will be right there. After I deal with them. Most of you already know them. These are the Hero Safety Committee. The one that's supposed to put the heroes in check, to make sure to keep you safe. But unknowns to all of you, they have a dark secret. Or should I say, secrets. Ranging from taking little kids and training them to be assassins, to threatening pro heroes and working with villains. So they can play both sides, control everything. And in the process they don't care who need to be sacrificed. A pro hero or a civilian. Most of the time they kill them. But luckily, I was able to save one, and she is really eager to get payback. Then Deku created a key sword. I usually do my work alone, but this time, she deserves her justice, and you, your judgment. The Hero Safety Committee tried to talk, so Deku removed the tape from one of them, the president. Any final words? Please, what do you want? Why are you doing this? Are you deaf or something? I already told you why for the past months, but I will say it one more time. I am the person that you give me the title of the judge, and true to that name, I judge people. Bastards like you have lived on this planet for far too long and hurt way too many innocents. You always find a way out, either by your power or your influence, or making deals. But for me, I don't want your money, I don't want fame. And I certainly don't want to shake hands with you filthy mortals. The Hero Safety Committee, for your crimes against this society, against their people, and against the heroes, the good one at least, it's time for you to get your proper judgment. Because today, not only I, but we will be your judges, juries, and executioner. They all yours. And the second Deku said that, two of the Hero Safety Committee's heads got blown to smithereens. Everyone screamed in horror, then suddenly, more heads started popping off. And after a couple of seconds, only the president remained. How? Who is doing this? Oh, let me enlighten you. Deku made her turn to the left and gave her binoculars, and she saw Lady Negan staring at her and smirking. Her? I thought you killed her. Yeah, I fooled you. So enjoy your stay in hell. I'm pretty sure that's where King Yama will send you. And after he finished, Negan pulled the trigger, and the president of the safety committee can see the bullet coming right at her, moving faster than she can react. Then she dropped dead. Then Deku turned to the camera. Now that's done. Consider this the last warning. I don't care who you are. I don't care what is your place in this society, because you are no gods. All of you are just mortals, and if you think you can use your influence to stop all other people, you will have a rude awakening with my blade right through your chest. So keep that in mind, and hope that we will never meet. Then Deku flew away. Everyone are speechless. Not only he killed the Hero Safety Committee, but he revealed what they did. And by the way, he did release the information about them. So needless to say, things are pretty chaotic. And for Deku, he flew right to Lady Negan. Well, that's done. Yeah, it is. So, this is it, huh? Deku nod. Yeah, that is it. It's finally done. You're free. Free, huh? I never thought that I would hear that word. Thank you. Deku smiled. Don't mention it, Negan. It was my pleasure. And my job. I know, but still. Thank you. So what now? Deku asked her. What do you mean? You're a free woman. Our partnership Our partnership is done. You fulfilled your end of the deal. And I have released the information about you. So it's only a matter of time before everyone know about it. Heck, because of my little show, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about you right now. Yeah, it was a good show. Good thing it was free, and I had a front seat for it. Not only the front seat, Deku replied, you played a big part in it. And thank you for that, she replied. But to answer your question, I don't know. I have no family or friends left. The Hero Safety Committee made sure of that. And I don't think I will go back being a hero. After experiencing how the officials can turn on you because of their selfishness and greed, I don't think I'm comfortable working with any of them. I agree with you, I reply. So I need some time to think. But what about you? She asked. What do you mean? What is your next move? Oh, me? I still have one last job. And let me guess, it have to do with the League of Villains and soon to be attack, right? Do you have a second psychic quirk that I don't know about? Deku asked a bit in shock. Legend laughed. No, it's just I'm not stupid as the rest, or most of them. And on top of that, I spent some time with you, so I can understand how you think. To some extent. Deku just nodded. Well, you're right on the money. So what should we do? She asked him. Wait a second. We? He asked. She nodded. I worked with a lot of people, but working with you was different. It felt that I'm actually doing good for once in many years. You don't have any alternative motives, and you don't hide behind shadows, to some extent. And I can see that what you're doing is true justice. But I kill people. Yes, you do. But those people deserve it. Maybe everyone call you a monster. But to some extent, everyone is a monster deep down. But most of us try to keep our heart. And you did. There is no way a killer will show mercy and kindness to a kid that he doesn't know, or doesn't have any bonds with it. Plus there is the fact that I kind of like working with you. So yeah, I'm sticking with you. Deku stood quiet. Ah, come on. You know that I'm right. I'm not saying that you're not, but that's only one part of me. You don't know my past. You don't know anything about me. You don't know what I did. You're right, I don't know. I can see the look on your eyes. You regret what you did, and you're trying to atone for it. Deku started thinking. Atonement? That's way too late for me. Then he looked at her. But I can still use this. Fine. I will keep you around. But you owe me one. Negan smiled. That sounds fair. And, by the way, Then she kissed him, shocking him. What was that? Oh, is the almighty judge flustered because of a kiss? Shut up. She laughed a bit. Consider this my thank you gift. Maybe it can be more, she whispered the last part. Then she put her hand on his shoulder. So come on, let's go. I'm pretty sure Eri is waiting for you. Deku collected himself. Whenever I think that I understand you mortals, you always surprise me. She laughed more than they teleport back to Eri. Unbeknownst to two of them, someone was watching them. He indeed changed. But to what extent? So when the new couple arrived, they were greeted by Eri, and Nagant was a bit happy. It's been a while since she was welcomed, or have something that she can call home. The Hero Safety Committee makes sure that she have nothing else except for them. Deku, seeing the look on her face, put his hand on her shoulder and reassure her that those days are over. You're a free woman. You can do whatever you want now. Nagant smiled and nodded. And all is thanks to you. She was going to become a bit more affectionate, but she remembered that Eri is in front of them. So fast forward a bit, after they relax, they discuss plan. So what now, boss? Deku sigh. You still call me that? Nagant smirk. I know you hate it, so I'm keep using it. I hate you. Love you too, boss. Deku blushed and looked to the side. Damn it, woman. He collected himself quickly. Anyway, currently the top 10 heroes are in a meeting, discussing when they should act. And how do you know that? She asked him. I can sense them. Sense them? He nodded. He quickly explained how he can. Nice, she replied nonchalantly. You're not surprised. Deku asked after he saw her reaction. Well, considering what I know about you and what you can do, I'm not surprised anymore. I even think that you can fly through space. Well, Deku replied. Really? She replied. Deku simply nodded. Anyway, so what's the plan? Our supreme ruler that can do anything. I am not ruler, Deku immediately replied. I know, you are mine, she replied with a smirk. Deku just blushed even further. Damn it, woman, focus. Sorry, not sorry. So by my estimate, Deku said, they will attack tomorrow night, so that will give us almost 24 hours to prepare. The problem is where they are. Kamino, Deku replied. Let me guess, you know where the League of Villains? Deku nod. So why don't we just go there and attack them? Since you're aiming for the League of Villains, it will be faster and way more efficient. True, but by doing that, we are going to lose a couple of things. One of them are revealing what number 2 hero did in public. Negan's eyes widen. Endeavor? You have some dirt on him? Yeah, if you can call it that. Care to share? He turned his oldest kid into a villain. He neglected his second and third kid. And he forcefully trained his youngest kid to become stronger than him so he can use him to beat All Might, effectively ruining his childhood. And now he's refusing to use half of his quirk because his quirk is half fire, half ice. Holy, and he's supposed to be number 2 hero. And should I say that he also abused his wife and beat her to the point that she's in a mental hospital? Negan's eyes widen even more. She's in complete disbelief that a hero, nonetheless a number 2 hero, can do this to his own flesh and blood. Then she replied with a cold voice that even shocked Deku a bit. Permission to end him. As much I would love seeing that, he's not ours. It's his job. Then he showed a picture of Dabi. Is he? Yep. Dabi, or Toya Todoroki. He was presumed dead a few years ago, but it turned out that a villain dropped a body instead of a young Toya and burned it to a crisp. Since his family know that he cannot control his quirk, his fire was way too hot for him, so they immediately believed it was Toya's body, and for years his hatred grows, with his fire going in ranking. And he's waiting for the perfect moment to show up and reveal everything, and like I did with you, I will give him that. Okay, I see. And you said the reasons. This is only one. Deku stood quiet. Then he replied, it's personal. There's a few people there that are mine to kill. Plus, I need some answers. And the person that have the answers will not show up except if All Might is there. So you're using All Might as a bait. He nodded. Okay. You're not going to ask? He asked her. I won't. You said it was personal, so I won't probe. Just know if you need someone to vent to, I'm here. Deku smiled a bit and thanked her for understanding. So what now? We have some time to kill? Well, I have a few things to do. I don't want you two to stay home all day, especially after we clear your name. So how about we go outside for a bit? Like a date? She perked up. Easy there, woman, Deku replied while blushing. Everything in due time. Oh, so you have some plans with spending time with me? Deku just blushed even more. Kinda, please. Enough. Okay, I will stop. For now. Deku just sighed. Anyway, so where to now? You said we go out? 3 of us? He nodded. Okay, where to? Et tu déjà allé en France? And that translates to have you ever went to France? Negan just blinked. Wait, that was French. He nodded. So wait, we are going to France? He nodded. I don't think it would be a good idea leaving the country right now, especially after our little stunt. Oh, I can teleport. It will be easy. Negan just sighed. I forget that you are a genie. Sure, let's go. So they pick up Eri and they teleport to France. And they also visit a couple more countries. And sometimes Deku disappear for a bit. Negan did ask him where is he going. Just dealing with some loose ends. Don't worry about it. She nodded and she enjoyed her vacation. Then the last place they went to before going back home is the US. Once again Deku disappeared, meeting with someone. I saw your little show back in Japan. You did quite a number on them, even taking down the Hero Safety Committee. Well, they were corrupt, what do you think? The US was lucky, it only had a few. So if it was just like Japan, you will kill them all? Do you need to ask? No, I don't. So what brings you here? Sightseeing and dealing with some loose ends. Oh, is it the time? Yeah, really close. If you want to help your hero All Might, you can go, but I don't think that will be necessary. Am I right, Star and Stripe? You may be right. So have you met him? She asked him. Deku revealed his notebook with the signature of All Might. He signed this? He nodded. And let me guess, his face was priceless. You have no idea. It's like he's seen a ghost. She started laughing. Yeah, I can imagine that. I had the same reaction. Deku agreed with her. But what's next? She asked him. He gave her a puzzled look. After this, you pretty much went over all the world. And can I say that you did quite an impact on it, even more than All Might. So my question is, what's next? Deku just looked at the sky. Believe it or not, nothing. Even though I have a lot of power, I just want peace. I don't want to rule over humanity or anything else. I saw with my 2 eyes what will happen if someone goes there. If you succeeded, they are able to control everything for years, but at the end, everything come crashing down, they will die, and people will suffer because of it. And I don't want innocent people to suffer, not anymore. So I'll just stay away. I already have a place in mind. Peaceful, away from everyone, well, for the most part. I see, Star replied, but you sound like an old man. Huh, well, biologically I'm only in my mid-20s, so if everything goes as planned, I still have a few decades to live. That's a nice plan. Yeah. Anyway, I should be going. I have some final preparation to make. I can understand. It's been nice seeing you again, Judge. Same here, Stripes. Then the two part ways. Deku met up with the two and they teleport back to Japan. And it was pretty chaotic outside. Remember, with the Hero Safety Committee gone and Deku's reveal, the civilians realized that most of the heroes are fake. Luckily, both Deku and Nagant are strong in their own right, so they don't have to worry about themselves, and by extension, Eri. But they still need to keep her close. Nagant is more than happy to keep her close, so Deku can focus on his job. Well, that was fun, Nagant replied, and Eri agreed with her. And she hugged Deku and thanked him. Deku hugged her back. You're welcome, princess. Then Deku stood up. Well, they're on the move. It's almost time. I should get going. Yeah, don't worry, like I told you. I will keep Eri safe. Deku smiled. Nagant gave him his mask, but before he put it on, she kissed him. I know you're strong, but stay safe. Deku smiled back. I will. Then he teleported away. He's flying on top of Kamino, looking down on the heroes, All Might, Endeavor, and the raid began, with a pizza time meme. Deku just sighed and he watched the event unfolding. Where is he? Deku mumbled under his breath. I'm getting tired of this. I never met him before, so I don't know his ki, and he's way too weak for me to sense him. Just come out already, All For One. And the second he said that, he sensed a new presence. Then suddenly the League of Villains and Bakugo were taken away. Huh, false teleportation? They're only a couple of kilometers away. Then he saw All Might leaping toward them. Then he sensed him. All For One. It's his ki, alright, it's dark. He's a true monster. Huh, it's rage coming from me. Then Deku flew there only to see All Might fighting All For One. He's holding back because Bakugo is around and there is some civilians still stuck under the rubble. The heroes are helping as much as they can. Then he saw that All For One is using his force teleportation quirk on the League of Villains. And that's a big no-no for him. He quickly fired an attack stopping the villains from teleporting. Everyone stopped fighting and they look up. Then they saw him. The judge. And before anyone can speak up, All For One did. Oh, the judge. What a coincidence. I have always wanted to meet you. You're a pretty tough guy to find. Oh? So want to make a deal with me? Of course. With both our powers, we'll be unstoppable. This planet will be ours. Everyone are terrified. Both of them alone are a force to be reckoned with. But together, they will be unstoppable. Everyone thinks the same thing, except for All Might. He knew that the judge was searching for him, and he confirmed that he preferred walking alone. He said a big spectacle, but still, he knew that these two will not work alone. Then Deku spoke up. Tempting, but I refuse. Oh, and why is that? I can give you anything you want. Any quirk you want. Just name it, it's... But Deku cut him off. What I want, no one can give it to me. Except if you can turn back time. No one uttered a word after what he said. Well, I cannot do that. All For One speak up after a bit. But I'm sure that we can find some middle grounds. Deku sighed. Let me make it perfectly clear. All For One, we will never work together. Especially after what you did to me. At this point, everyone's eyes widened, even All Might. So he want to get revenge? He commented, and All For One heard him. Revenge? But I never met you. Huh. So you indeed forget me, father? Everyone stood quiet once again. Then they shouted in disbelief. What? Father? All For One said. Then he took a good look at him. Deku slowly removed his mask, beginning with the eyes. And the second All For One saw them, he recognized them. Izuku? And this another shock to them. so he's indeed his child. So Deku removes his mask completely, shocking Bakugo. Oh, so you still know my name. Shocking. But how did I survive? I trained. I become stronger. Stronger than you. Or you will ever become. Then Shigaki speak up. So wait, you're Master's child? Why did you attack us? Stay out of this. Deku growled. And Shigaki shut his mouth immediately. Then Deku started looking at All For One. All For One knew that look. So after all this time, you come back for revenge. Just for her, I assume. I can see that All Might did hold back in your first fight. Your brain is still intact, even though your face is gone. All For One started laughing. Look, Izuku, I'll make you a deal. Join me. You're strong indeed. I don't know how you get this power, but I don't care. I never gave the same offer twice, but join me. I can see that the apple did not fall far from the tree, and I once again refused. And I was never your apple. And without wasting a word, he charged All For One. All For One does the same, and they clash. They release a massive shockwave that pushes everyone away from them, then they start exchanging blows. All For One remarked that Deku is amazingly strong. Then All For One hit Deku, making him fall to the ground. Deku stood up once again and he charged at him, only to receive the same treatment. And after one good hit, Deku was sent flying. He's gasping for air. Then he heard Deku. He looked to his side and saw Bakugo. I will deal with you later. Then he looked back at All For One. He charged at him, but All For One was able to hit him in the gut. Then he slammed him against the ground and punched him repeatedly. Deku dodged and punched him in his face, but All For One threw an air cannon at him, sending him flying backwards. Deku is covered with dust. Then he slowly stands up and asks him why. Why did you kill her? Why did you kill Mom? Oh, her? It was just an unfortunate accident. It was you who was going to aim for. Me? All For One nod. But you have already taken my quirk years ago. So what do you want more? Oh, so you noticed, huh? Deku nod. So why? Oh, Izuku, it's simple. You see, after I met All Might, I realized that he's stronger than the previous heroes that tried to stop me. So I needed a backup, a quirk that will be powerful. But sadly, there is not a lot of quirks that pique my interest. Mine is already the strongest in existence. Then it hit me. I don't need another quirk, I just need mine to be upgraded. To have a copy of it, a stronger version of it. And the only way for me to have it is you. I met your mom, a single woman, without any family. It was easy to manipulate her, so I can have you. And after a few years, my seed and hard work blossomed into the quirk that you had. And like expected, it was a more powerful version of mine. So I should thank you. Because of you, I survived All Might's onslaught the first time. Deku started getting angry. Then why? Why do you want to kill us? You have already what you want. You could have easily let us live. Heck, I was quirkless kid. I was no threat to you. Oh, that's where you're wrong, Izuku. You see, even though you were quirkless, you still had my genes. And deep down, you still have the potential, or your sons have the potential to develop a quirk just like mine. And can be even stronger. And I cannot have that, can I? So I track you down. And well, you know the rest. The time I spent with your mother was a nice distraction. Just like having a pet. I tried turning you to my side for years. I specifically give your mom a place where I know where people hate quirkless kids. Where you will have the worst experience of your life. Just to break you. Because I know that you want to become a hero just All Might. But after half a decade, you didn't break. Heck, even after your best friend Katsuki Bakugo betrayed you and started using his quirk on you. Turning you into his punching bag. You didn't break. So I decided to not waste my time anymore and to be rid of you. But your mom decided to play the hero and saved you. Then I searched for you, but you just disappeared. I thought that someone killed you already. But here you are, still standing. Deku got angry. He was going to speak up until he blocked an explosion from Bakugo. Deku, so you're still alive. Deku just glared at him. Stay out of this. In your current power, you can't even let a single hit on him. I can easily beat you. I thought that you died. I got rid of you years ago, but still here you are. And not only that, you are a villain. He was right, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You should be dead, if it was not for that witch that saved you. And at the very moment, the hero's eyes widen, except Endeavor. Young Bakugo, what are you saying? What? I'm right. He's a villain. On top of that, he's still a deku, worthless like always. And when All Might heard that, he got a flashback. He remembered the meeting that he had with Nizu and the judge, and Deku telling them about one of the students doesn't belong in UA. So it's you, All Might mutter. Then he started hearing laughing. It's Deku. He laughed like a maniac. Everyone think that he lost his mind. So she died because of me. Then while he's still laughing, he started crying. But then his voice getting deeper. His laughter and sadness start turning into rage. And only repeat one sentence. She died because of me. Then Deku screamed at the top of his lungs. His aura burst open, pushing everyone away from him and even shaking the whole earth. And this shocked everyone, especially a blonde woman at the other end of the earth. Star and Stripe. She's watching the event live, so she understands why the judge is doing this. Then the earth starts shaking, and she starts thinking, so I was right. You were holding back against me. You could have easily killed me in mere seconds, even before I spoke. Huh. For once I feel relieved that I was a true hero. And for you, All For One and that brat, may God have mercy on you, because he won't. Back to Deku, he kept powering up more and more. The sadness and anger that he was holding back for years is coming up to the surface. His hair slightly spikes up. Then he bursts with golden aura, showing everyone the power of a Super Saiyan. Blue hair. I know that Black did not use Super Saiyan in the anime, but he did use in the manga. And I'm using the manga version in terms of transformation. So let's go back to the story. Everyone are watching in disbelief with Deku's transformation. He glared at Bakugo and All For One and he took a step back. They were afraid of him in this form. But soon after that he dropped to his base. Then Deku muttered some words that anger All For One. You're not worthy to fight that form. Or Fine tried to taunt him because he seemed powerful in that blonde hair form. And you were no match for me a moment ago. Oh, that? It was nothing. What do you mean? I was pummeling you to the ground. And do you see me bleeding, hurt, or tired? Orphan took a closer look and he's right. Heck, even his clothes are intact. How? I was not holding back, he shouted. Oh, like I told you, father, you're no match for me. I knew that if I wanted truth, I need you to believe that you are stronger than me. Plus, it's more fun seeing your face right now, full with despair and anger. And this brings a smile to my face. Orphan refused to believe that, so he charged at him, but he quickly realized that he's indeed stronger than him, far stronger than him. And to prove that, Deku fired a small beam from his finger, purposefully aiming it to the side of All For One, so he can dodge it. That was too slow, son. Then he heard a gasp. He looked down and saw the heroes looking up and their eyes widen. He turned around and his eyes widened. The moon is destroyed. Only 10% of it is remained. That much power with just that little of a blast? Then he looked back at Deku. What are you? Deku just smirked. Your judge, jury, and executioner. Then he delivered the beatdown of the century to All For One, and by the end of it, All For One is broken beyond repair. He's gasping for air because he's tired and hurt, and his mask is broken. Then Deku lifted him up by the throat. Mercy, he said. Deku started laughing. Mercy? Me? Do you know who I am? I'm the judge. I don't show mercy to people like you, to monsters like you. You had far many chances. Deku was going to kill him, then Shigaki stepped in, and he shouted to let go of his master. Master, huh? So he didn't tell you. Tell me what? Oh, you poor Tenko. Both All For One and Shigaki's eyes widen. How do you know my name? Because I know everything about you, Tenko Shimura. And when he said that, All Might's eyes widened. Then he shouted, wait, judge, you mean? Yes, he's the grandson of your master, Nana Shimura. All Might go down to his knees, then Deku spoke up. Get up, All Might, it's not your fault. Well, to a degree, it's this monster's fault. Let me ask you something, Tenko. Do you remember your childhood? And Deku is glaring at him, telling him to not try anything, and just answer his question. Vaguely, he replied. Oh, then let me make you remember. Then he put 2 fingers on his forehead, and Shigaki remembered everything, and also Deku saw them. And now that you remember, let me tell you what exactly happened. Your grandma, Nana Shimura, was afraid of this bastard, All For One. That's the reason she abandoned your dad. Sure, what your dad did was his own fault. He should have never treated you like that. But he's the cause of this. He manipulated everything to suit his schedule. Tell me something. Do you think it was an accident that he found you? Shigaki's eyes widen. You don't mean... Yes. He know about your family issues, and he know he's the reason why that's happening. And he know about your quirk, or soon-to-be quirk, and you're his rival's grandson. So he decided to use you to break All Might. Look at him. Shigaki looked at All Might and he's barely holding on to his muscular form. He's looking down in shame. You're never his successor. You're only his puppet. Like he did with me, and I'm his own flesh and blood. So the reason your dad abused you, the reason he was angry at heroes, the reason he was angry at your grandma, it's because of him. Shigaki was furious, not only at All For One, but also at himself to just follow him blindly. Then he remembers something and looked at the judge. Since you know everything about me, you know that you're the one who killed my mom. I know. Deku replied with a cold voice. So I guess that's it, huh? You're going to kill me. Deku did not reply. He formed a key sword and slashed Shigaraki in his chest. He's in immense pain, but still alive. I won't kill you. He made you do this. He manipulated you. But that doesn't mean that I will let you go scot-free. This is your warning. Your first and last warning. Just like I did with Stain. Hurt any innocent people once again, and I will make you beg for me to kill you. Do I make myself clear? Shigaraki in pain, nod. Good. And for you, father, I've thought of many ways to kill you. But then he let go of him and started grabbing him by telekinesis. But I decided to use my own version of her quirk. Fitting, don't you think? And by the way, the doctor that was helping you? Yeah, I killed him. The labs are gone. I did it right before confronting you. Your partners or your pawns all over the world are gone. I took care of them yesterday. So your empire, father, it's gone. You are the only one left. Then Deku lifted him up in the sky more and more. Then he closed his hand, forming a fist, and All For One screamed in pain. Then he exploded, leaving nothing behind. Finally, it's over. Then he looked at the League of Villains. They got in fighting position even though they know they are screwed. But Deku assured them that he will not fight them, and he named them all by name. Yes, even Toya. And this got the attention of Endeavor. He shouted at Deku and tell him it's not true. His son died years ago. Oh, that. The body that you find was just a copy that All For One made. He knew what you are doing to your family, and he used that to his advantage to create Dabi. Both Dabi and Endeavor's eyes widen. Endeavor because his son is alive, and Dabi because I realized that All For One was manipulating him for years now. Then Deku spoke up. Endeavor, the number 2 hero. You abuse your family. You neglected your second and third kid. You forced your first kid to turn into a villain. And you tried to use your youngest kid as a weapon to defeat All Might because he have the perfect quirk. And because of that, I should kill you where you stand. And he created a key sword. Then he dispelled it. But you're not my target. Then he looked at Dabi. He's yours. No one will interfere. I will make sure of that. But before, let me finish what I started. Then he looked at the heroes. Some of them are injured. Then he spotted the one. He also grabbed him by telekinesis and bring him to him. And that hero was Death Arms. They asked him what is he doing. Oh, do you think I don't remember you? You are the one that's supposed to protect us. That's what you said, right? After a failed attempt of the villains trying to kill us. But all of this was All For One's plan. He bribed you with power. Power that you have right now. Making you a stronger hero, right? And all it costs you is the life of a quirkless kid and his mom. It was a good deal, wasn't it? Huh? That Arms tried to defend himself, telling him that's not true? Oh, That Arms. You know what I find doing my search of this planet? Someone that have a quirk that let him turn a memory into a video. So if you have only 2 brain cells, you do understand what I mean, right? That Arms' eyes widen. Good. Then Deku cut both of his hands off. He screamed in pain. Then Deku let go of him, dropping to the ground. Now I think about it. The name suits you, That Arms. That Arms tried to beg for mercy, but Deku just blew him to pieces. Now it's your turn, Bakugo. So after his display of pure power, Bakugo and everyone else are in disbelief. They know that the judge did push Star and Stripe to retreat, but this much power is unreal. Even All Might is thinking that he's far stronger than him, even in his prime, and that is only in his base form, not his golden hair form. And now we switch back to Deku looking daggers at Bakugo, and because of it he took a step back. Every cell in his body is telling him to run away. He cannot fight this monster. But his pride is getting the better of him. He shouted at Deku to not look down on him. I don't care if you beat your father, I don't care who he was. He was just a villain and I was going to crush him. And you are next. Deku just stood quiet. Then he stand up, then he lifted one finger and he gestured him to bring it, with a small smirk on his face. Bakugo charged at him, but Deku easily avoided his attack. He tried again and again with the same result. The heroes are not doing anything, they're still shocked about the revelation, but Endeavor had enough and fired a flame at Deku. Deku did not dodge, he took it head on. The flame engulfed him. All Might yelled at him and asked him what is he doing. He's a villain, I'm stopping him if you're not going to do it. Then Deku shouted within the flames, Endeavor! I'm going to say this once. You're not my opponent, and you're not mine to kill. But I have my limits. Push me too far, and I will make you beg for me to kill you. And Deku released a bit of his power, making Endeavor terrified. His flame gets weaker because deep down, he knows that he's not a match to the judge, even in his base form. Back to the fight, after Bakugo saw Deku distracted, he blinded him with a stun explosion. He thinks that he got the upper hand, but Deku grabbed him by his face and slammed him against the ground. Oh Bakugo, you can blind me temporarily, but that will not give you an edge. I don't need my eyes to know where you are. Then he kicked him towards some buildings. Bakugo can feel his bones breaking, but Deku held back just enough to make sure that he will not fall unconscious. Then he starts walking toward him. Bakugo tried to get up, but he immediately fell on his face. He cannot believe that just one hit and Deku did this much damage. Then he looked up straight at Deku. They locked eyes and a chill went down his spine. He cursed at Deku. Damn it Deku, I'm going to kill you. Deku smirked. Go ahead, try. I won't move an inch from here. Bakugo used every ounce of his willpower to stand up, and because of the adrenaline he cannot feel pain. To a certain degree, he pulled his hand back to explode himself toward him, but nothing happened. But before he looked at his hands, Deku smirked. Oh, by the way, Bakugo, how are you going to kill me without these? And in the hand of Deku, there is Bakugo's hands. Bakugo looked at his hands, or lack thereof. It took him a second to register what happened, then he screamed in pain. Then Deku spoke up. It's really funny, don't you think? Your power is just your sweat. And I thought that your quirk was great. Disgusting. Then he blessed his hand, turning them to dust. Everyone are in disbelief, but Bakugo's scream snapped them from their shock. Then they saw the judge holding him by the throat, and he lifted him up. You know, Bakugo, ever since I became the judge, I never enjoyed killing. But for you and All For One, well, seeing you suffer put a smile on my face. Bakugo looked at Deku with face full with horror. What's wrong with that look? Don't tell me you're afraid. What's wrong, Bakugo? You're always laughing and smiling. So come on, smile! Then he slammed him against the ground. Bakugo is gasping for air. Oh, but don't tell me you don't like pain. You always like doing it to other people. So why not taste some of it? Then Deku formed a key sword. He pulled it back, but All Might stopped him. Judge, that's enough. Deku displayed his key sword and he pushed All Might away from him. All Might, I respect you as a hero, but this time stay out of this. He's too far gone. And for once, I'm going to enjoy this. Then once again he created a key sword and he impaled Bakugo. Bakugo screamed in pain, then All Might yelled at him to stop. He can change. He won't. Then All Might shout a bit and tell him how does he know? Because I tried that before. Deku shouted back. Everyone stood quiet. For years I tried to teach him to be a bit more kind, to show him that his core could not give him everything. I tried every method. I used the same method that worked on me. I gave him a taste of death 1 year ago. As this shocked the heroes, All Might asked him to explain. Remember the sludge villain when he was attacked a year ago? All Might's eyes widened, same for Bakugo. Don't tell me. Yes. I am the one who guided the sludge villain toward him. I knew that he's not strong enough to fight him. I hope with this he will learn that he's not almighty and powerful. He's still a mortal, just like everyone else. And since it did work with me, I thought that it would work with him. But I was wrong. He's too far gone. Not only he didn't stop hurting innocent people, but he doubled down. All Might cannot believe him. He was his student after all. How did he not notice it? So he asked him for proof. Deku just looked at Tokoyami. Yes, he's there. And tell him to lift his shirt. Everyone gave him a puzzled look, but Tokoyami's eyes widen. You knew? He nodded. Tokoyami doesn't want to disobey him, so he lifted his shirt and there is a couple of burn marks that resembles a hand. The heroes are in disbelief. That's your proof, All Might. Not only he was doing it to students in UA, tormenting them, scaring them because he was stronger than them. He's been doing this for a decade now. What? All Might asked. Then Deku began to remove his gi, the upper half I mean. And when he's done, everyone just gagged. There is several burn marks similar to Tokoyami's, but they are older, they are almost scars. Like my father told you, Bakugo was using me as his punching bag from the age of 5 until like 13. I stopped counting after a while. The school did nothing about it, even though after my mom tried to report it. That's one of the reasons I attacked that school. It was personal, to a degree. Then Deku walked toward Tokoyami, still lifting Bakugo by the neck, and did something that shocked everyone. He bowed and apologized for Tokoyami. I could have stopped him before he can even touch you, but if I did that, it could have ruined my plan to bring out All For One. So I'm sorry, and I will fix my mistake. He put his hand on him and healed him. There is no trace of Bakugo explosion anymore. Tokoyami thanked him. Deku nodded. So how about you go with your friends? And he pointed toward the wall. Yeah, I know you're there. Yaruzu, Todoroki, Ida, and Kirishima. All of them show themselves and they look down. They are embarrassed and a bit afraid because they got caught, so you disobeyed orders from heroes to save your friend. I don't know if I should be impressed or yell at you. You did good. Heroes need to save lives, and that also means putting yourself in front of danger. And you four did it winningly, so you have my respect. But next time make sure that you have a plan of action, not just going with the flow. You don't have the experience or the strength to do that, just yet. They are taken aback. They heard that he had a bad childhood, but still, he's a villain and he's complimenting them? It's still a bit weird. Then he tells Tokoyami to go with his friends. But then they stop and they look at Bakugo. Don't worry about him. He never cared about you. He only see you as an extra. And now it's time for me to give him his judgment. Right, Bakugo? Screw you. Then he punched him, just like Eren punched Reiner in Attack on Titan. But Deku felt nothing. Weak. Then he slammed him against the ground. Then he let go of him and formed a key sword and stabbed him to the chest. And Deku hit a vital organ. Bakugo started breathing profusely. Then Deku slowly lifted him up. Just like with All For One, I thought of many ways to kill you. I thought it will be fun, but I was wrong. There is no joy in this. I just feel nothing, not even pity for you. You're nothing. Literally nothing. Just a spoiled brat that have a little bit more power than everyone else. You're not a hero. You're not even a villain. You're something worse than that. You are a monster. I only feel pity for auntie and uncle because they wasted 15 years of their life with someone like you. And auntie, uncle, if you're watching this, Deku said that while looking at the camera, don't feel guilty. It's not your fault. You did your best. But he was just a bad apple. And I will make it clear, if anyone touches a single hair of them, I will kill them. Then he looked back at Bakugo. I usually don't do this, but any last words? Bakugo opened his mouth and tell him to give him his quirk back. You worthless Deku. Deku just sighed. A bastard to the end. That's what you are. By the way, Bakugo is still bleeding, so he's slowly dying. His skin turned pale, then Deku make him look directly in his eyes. And one last thing, Bakugo. Enjoy staying in hell. I would say that we'll meet you there, but I doubt it. Then he threw him away and launched a ki blast at him, completely erasing every trace of him. Then nothing. No one dares to utter a word. Finally, it's done. Then he looked at his body. I don't need them. I don't need a reminder of them. Then he healed himself, removing all the scars. He put on his gi once again. He looked at Endeavor, then at Dabi. He's all yours. Dabi, after hearing this, he snapped from his shock and he looked at Endeavor. And he fired a flame at him, and that snapped Endeavor from his shock. He cannot believe that Dabi is Toya. So Deku snapped his fingers, healing all of Dabi's wounds, and also changing his hair back to, I think it was red, if I remember correctly. Or it was white, I'm not sure. Either way, Endeavor is in complete disbelief. Same for Todoroki. Dabi, after seeing this, he started taunting Endeavor. What's wrong, Endeavor? Surprised that your failed experiment is still alive? And upon hearing this, the heroes ask what does he mean. Endeavor hesitates, so Deku decides to tell them, with really personal details. They were going to ask for proofs, but then they remember that he's the judge. Of course they have proof. So the two Todoroki start fighting, and they are equal. Even though Endeavor have way more experience, Dabi, unlike him, doesn't care about his well-being. So he's literally pushing his flames way beyond his body's limits. And after a final push, he got close to Endeavor and let out all his flames at once. Endeavor counteracted with his, and he was able to negate most of the damage, but Dabi's flames were a bit stronger than him. So by the end of it, Dabi won. I would say that he won because his body is non-existent anymore. If you read the manga, you know what I mean. Seeing this, Deku healed Dabi, but he's still unconscious. Then he looked at Endeavor. He slowly approached him, ready to finish the job, but then All Might stopped him. Deku once again told him to move. He knew what he did, and he deserved to be punished for it. All Might cannot argue with him, but then Todoroki speak up, shocking the two of them. So you forgive him? Deku asked him. No, but I don't want him to die. Deku sighed. Very well. When he gets up, make sure to tell him that he still have one more chance. And if he doesn't change, Deku gets serious and he creates a key sword. Todoroki nod, sweating bullets. Then he felt a strong key beside them, and it's familiar. I guess my little stunt finally got your attention, Shin. And everyone can see a short guy with purple skin, with another tall guy with red skin. And they look different, especially their clothes. Then Kibito speak up and ask him how does he know Shin's name. Oh, I know more than you think, Kibito. And this get their attention. Who are you? You're not a normal mortal to know about us. Does this make you remember anything? And he create a key sword. They think for a few seconds, then it hit them. They took a step back. Zamasu? They ask. It's been a long time since I've been called that. But yes, it's me. Well, reborn as a mortal. The heroes ask what's going on here, and who are they? Well, these two are gods, Deku said, shocking everyone. You mean like gods? Yes, well to be precise, he's a god of creation. The short one, Shin, and the tall one is his apprentice, Kibito. Then Shin speak up and tell him how is he alive, and how did he get this body. Believe it or not, Shin, I was reborn in this body, and this shocked the two of them. How? He just shrugged. I don't know. Last thing I remember is fighting Goku and Vegeta, fusing, then Vegeta's son cutting me in half, then next thing I know, I'm inside this body. The two gods took a few seconds to process everything, but then Deku spoke up, snapping them from their shock. By the way, Supreme Kai, can you do me a favor? Can you repair the moon? I might have accidentally blow it up. Shin nod. This is the reason we come here, to see why the moon suddenly got destroyed, and that massive key. And seeing you here, that explains everything. Then he gulped. Don't worry, Shin. I'm not going to kill you. I can feel that you've been doing your job. When I was, asleep? Reborn? Whatever. Anyway, my job is done here, so how about we go somewhere else to talk? He asked the two of them, and they nod. Good, I have a lot of free time now. Then he stopped, and he looked up and feels something big coming. He's awake? He asked Shin. Shin nod. Shin stepped back thinking that he will kill him, but Deku just sighed. Well, I was hoping that at least I will get a couple of decades. Oh well, not everything will go as planned. Luckily I have a backup. Then Deku talked with Negan telepathically. He shocked her at first, but then she calmed down. She asked him what's going on. She's seen everything on TV. She felt sorry for him, and tell him when he come back home, if you want to talk about it, she's all ears. Deku smiled and thanked her. Then he apologized. Sorry, but I don't think I will make it. And this shocked her. What do you mean? It will take too long to explain. But do you remember when I told you that you're working with Dead Man? She confirmed it. Well, there is someone after me. Someone way too strong for anyone. He's the strongest in this universe, to be precise. I hope that he will be asleep, so at least it will have a few decades. But, like have it, he's awake. And he felt my presence earlier, and he's coming to finish his job. Negan just stood quiet, her eyes widen. So I would like to catch that favor right now. Negan started tearing up a bit. It's like he's making his death wish. But she agreed and tell him she's listening. Take care of her. Take care of Ari. There's an envelope in my bedroom. Everything you need in the future is inside of it. She's quietly sobbing. So Negan, can you do me this last favor? In tears, she tell him yes. She will try her best. But can't you just try and win? And we can escape somewhere else. We can't. He have eyes all over this galaxy. This universe. I cannot hide from him. So thank you, Kaina. It was fun knowing you. Then he ended communication. Then he let out a tired sigh. He walked to the crater and just sit. No one uttered a word. Then he told them, you should go. Things will turn ugly in a couple of minutes. Then he just sit there. The heroes don't know what to do. They can understand from his body language that he gave up. But who or what made him give up? He's a literal monster in terms of strength. Is he far stronger than him or something else? And they get the answer when a beam of white light descends from the sky and two people walk out of it. Then Deku speak up. It's an honor to meet you, Lord Vegeta? Deku shouted in disbelief, seeing Vegeta wearing Hakaishin's clothes. Vegeta? You're the destroyer? What happened to Beerus? The other word. He retired. Deku chuckled a bit and he turned full on laughter. Oh, this is golden. And poetic in a way. Yeah, don't care. You know what will happen next. Vegeta replied quite aggressively. Yeah, I know. Just be done with it already. He just looked down. Vegeta stick his hand in front of him. So you're not going to fight or anything? I won't. It's pointless. The heroes are just standing there. A lot is happening at once and they don't know what's going on. Then All Might speak up and ask what's happening. Long story short, All Might is here to end me. Everyone's eyes widen, except the gods. And the angel? And you mean kill you? Deku shook his head. No, he will erase me from existence. No heaven, no hell, no reincarnation. I will just cease to exist. All Might was going to say something, but Vegeta beat him to it. How did you get here, Black? Luck, I guess. I have a theory if you have the time. Sure, go ahead. When your kid killed my fusion, my immortal have survived, but me, the human part, died. I was supposed to go to the other world, but somehow I end up in this timeline. So with this I have a question. What happened? Well, your other half, since he was immortal and lost his physical body, he fused with the universe. Then that idiot Kakarot summoned Zeno-sama and he erased everything. And this Shaq Black or Deku, he summoned Zeno? How? Don't know, don't care. It's been a long time. So because of that I thought that your soul was erased. So how did you survive? My guess, Deku spoke up, the time rift that your son created. Somehow my soul found a way here and I was reborn into this body? That's possible. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to end it. Vegeta ready a Hakai, but then All Might stepped in front of him, trying to make himself intimidating. Come on, just say it! Intimidating, because he's almost twice his size. Move, Vegeta said in a cold voice that sound shivered down All Might's spine. All Might, stay out of this! Deku shout. All Might just smile. Sorry, Judge, but it's a hero's job to help others. All Might, is not the time for this. He's way too strong for you. You don't understand. He's the god of destruction. He can erase this entire planet with just a blink of an eye. And after hearing this, All Might gulp a bit, but he's adamant. Well, if he's going to erase us, I will go down fighting. Vegeta seeing this, he smirked and he popped his god form, and immediately the whole planet starts shaking. All Might can hardly breathe. So this is the power of a god, huh? He thought. He smiled while sweating bullets. I'm not backing down. Vegeta ready a key blast to shoot All Might. Don't do it, Vegeta, he shouted. But seeing that he doesn't care, Deku appeared in front of him and punched him in his face, pushing him a couple of meters away from All Might. Listen here, Vegeta, I'm your target, not them. If you are going to kill me, just erase me and be done with it. This planet did nothing to you. Then how about I erase you both? You and this whole planet. Deku's eyes widen. You wouldn't dare. Really? I'm a god of destruction. This is just a small planet compared to what I've seen already. So this planet will disappear. And what will you do about it? Deku had enough. You wanna fight that badly? I will give you one. He screamed, and just like Vegeta, he popped to his god form, shocking All Might and the other heroes, because how much they look alike. And everyone feels anxious because of a fight between gods, and they're asking what will happen. Vegeta smirk. Oh, just like expected, you're still able to use your god form. Good. Then suddenly two of them disappear and they start clashing. No one can see them, but they can feel the shockwave. They really want to see, even Shin. Then Whis using his staff, project what's going on. And they can see that the two gods are fighting, and it seems they are equal at first. Then Vegeta starts using more power, then Vegeta starts overpowering Black. So Black, or Deku, scream one more time, power him to Super Saiyan Rose, and that enable him to push Vegeta even more. The heroes and everyone on the earth that can see the fight are in disbelief. What's this? All Might ask. This is a battle of gods, All Might, we said calmly. It's not every day when a mortal have godly powers. Then All Might asked him, godly powers? Wait a second, why does the judge resembles the god of destruction? Well, you see, Black, or the judge, was a god before he got reincarnated in this body. Or to be precise, a rogue god. He was just like Shin, a god of creation, but he wanted to punish and kill mortals. He see them as lesser than them, always brutal and killing each other. So he decided to take matters into his own hands and start cleaning the universe. But then Lord Vegeta and one of his friends killed him years ago. Many years ago. But somehow, like you heard earlier, his soul ended up here. And he got reincarnated into this body. Everyone are stunned, then All Might ask, you said cleaning, that mean? Yes, he killed before. He killed mortals and gods alike. That's why Shin was afraid of him, because Black, even in his base form, is stronger than him. And this is just another shock to them. Then they were interrupted with the earth shaking again. They look at the hologram and they see Vegeta with blue hair. And he's pushing back Deku hard. Then he grabs him by his face and slams him against the ground. You're strong, Black. Stronger than last time we fought. But I'm also far stronger than you. So just give up. Deku spit up blood and stand up. I won't. Just tell me, why do you care about this planet so much right now? Last time you were in this planet, you killed everyone on it. So why? I don't know, Deku replied. Really? That's boring. I'll just erase everything right now. Don't worry, I will make sure that everyone on this earth have a quick death. But maybe because of their quirks, they will be stronger, so they will suffer a bit. But, I don't care. Deku hearing this, he remembered the people that he cared about. That made his life a little bit less lonely. Star and Stripe, All Might, Nagant, and Eri. Then he screamed at the top of his lungs that he would not let him. His aura started changing, it became more darker. He got buffer. His hair spiked up even further. And he unlocked his own version of Blue Evolution, or in this case, Rose Evolution. This will be interesting. Vegeta smirked and Deku charged at him. They resume fighting and they are going all over the earth. Deep in the oceans and up in the sky. The earth is just their fighting ground and is shaking violently. The universe is shaking. But Deku quickly realized that Vegeta is far stronger than him, even in his regular blue form. And after Vegeta pummeled him to the ground, he asked him, is that everything that he got? Deku on the other hand did not say anything. He just smirked. I'm a dead man anyway, so the hell with it. Then he uttered a couple of words that made Vegeta realize if he used this in their first fight, when he was Goku Black, they would have lost immediately. Kaioken. I know that Black did not use Kaioken in the anime or the manga, but please remember he was able to use the instant transmission. So if he was able to use that easily, I'm pretty sure that he can easily use the Kaioken. And the reason he did not use it in canon, I'm pretty sure Toei or whoever was writing it forgot, just like they did with Cell. He could have easily overpowered Gohan using the Kaioken. Anyway, let's resume the story. So Deku got covered with the red aura on top of his dark pink one, shocking Vegeta. Then he instantly charged at him with immense speed and he delivered a fierce right hook to his face. Then he followed it with a Kamehameha that engulfed Vegeta, and when the smoke cleared, Vegeta is just standing there, with a couple of scratches on him. Seeing this, Vegeta smirk. The Kaioken. It's been a long time since I saw it. So you sure you want to use it? You know the consequence of doing it, especially in your new form. Like I said, I'm a dead man anyway. Deku replied clearly in pain, and the heroes watching ask Whis what's happening, and what does he mean. So Whis explained the Kaioken briefly, and how using it on top of blue can cause serious damage to your body. But now he's using it on top of his new transformation, and that's really risky and dangerous. Then All Might said, "Come on Judge, you can do it. Hang in there." I don't think that matters. What do you mean? All Might asked. Whatever the outcome of this fight, Black or the Judge already have a foot out of the door. This combination is deadly. The Kaioken is already tearing his body inside out. The only reason he's still able to move is because of his resolve. Back to Vegeta. After seeing Deku's eyes, he smirked. Well, I can see that you're a little bit more sane than last time. So because of that, I will give you a taste of my power. Vegeta powered up even further. He got covered with purple flames, and after the flame died down, he revealed his Ultra Ego form. Deku smirked seeing this. Your destroyer form. Thought so. Then he started coughing violently. He looked at his hands and he see blood. Almost out of time, huh? I need to finish it. He screamed at the top of his lungs, powering up as much as he can, and he charged at Vegeta. For most people it seems they are equal, but for Deku, he knew that he's outmatched. Vegeta is just playing with him. He was able to land some blows, but they're not doing any damage. Then they step away from each other and Vegeta fly up. He stick his right hand. It was fun, Black, but I'm getting bored. Deku seeing this starts charging a full power Kamehameha, and he pushed Kaioken to his limits. Vegeta does the same with his own attack, and they fired at each other. The two attacks collided, and they have a beam struggle, but Vegeta is easily winning. Deku starts putting more and more power into his attack, then both attacks reach a critical point and they explode, blinding everyone for a few seconds. Then when they got the sights back, they saw nothing. Then something fell from the sky and it collided with the ground, and it was the Judge. He's bloody and beaten, his costume is completely gone, and he's coughing up blood. Vegeta on the other hand slowly descend and land on the ground once again. Deku seeing this, he slowly stand up. He looked at Vegeta with empty eyes. He used up everything in the last attack. Vegeta seeing this, power down and sigh. You have proven your point, Black. I won't destroy the planet. Deku formed a weak smile. He thanked him, then he fell on his back. He coughed a few times, then his bleeding started slowly getting weaker. All Might heard that because of his super hearing. He rushed at him. Judge, you okay? The Judge slowly looked at him and gave him a weak smile. Then he uttered one last sentence. Thank you. Then he closed his eyes for the last time. Judge? All Might asked. He shook him a bit. Then he realized that he's gone. Everyone are a bit conflicted on how they feel. Sure, he's a villain, but he was doing all the wrong things for the right reasons. And he actually helped a lot of people in his own twisted way. And on top of that, he sacrificed himself for the sake of this planet, for the sake of everyone. And because of it, no one dared to utter a word. And after seeing this, Vegeta looked at Whis and nod. Whis nod and smile. He approached the Judge and tapped him with his staff, and he revived him, shocking the heroes. Then they remember that these two are gods, so their powers will be beyond their understanding. And Deku immediately said, "Listen here, you red oaf, I'm not giving you my clothes." Then he looked around him and realized that he's alive. He locked eyes with Vegeta. He almost got you, huh? But Deku on the other hand only asked him one question. Why? Why did you revive me? Call it mercy. BS, you have already shown me enough mercy, send me to hell for the rest of eternity. So again, why? Vegeta sighed, then Whis giggled. Then he revealed that they felt him years ago, the second that he tapped in Super Saiyan after his mom died. They thought of going to end him here and there, but they felt something different about him, so they kept tabs on him, and they saw his progress. Sure, he was killing, but he was not evil like he was before. This time, unlike his past self, he was actually trying to create a utopia, and going almost in the right way. But Deku asked him why. His sins are way too great for that. For crying out loud, I killed your own wife in front of your son. I toyed with him for months, then I killed every single human on earth. So why are you showing me mercy? Because you changed, Black. And now I somehow understand how you see things back then. Since you were born a god, most mortals were indeed like you described. Selfish, arrogant, and power-hungry. They don't care what they do to other mortals, even from their own race. But back then, you only saw the bad. But now you can see both sides, just like a true god should. That's why I decided to let you grow and see what you do. and I'm quite impressed. You indeed did a good job. Oh, this is new. Lord Vegeta is praising someone? Share it, Whis. Whis just giggled. Then Vegeta looked back at Deku. So point is, you were actually a monster back then, in both in strength and attitude. But so was I, years ago. But this planet, the people in it, the good one, changed you, just like they changed me. I know it will take you some time to live with it, because now I'm not going to kill you. But this is your second chance. Your only chance. Use it wisely. Plus, it's been a long time since a mortal, alive anyway, pushed me this far. So when you decide to take this chance and start moving forward, come to my planet, and we will see what we can do from there. Deku can read between the lines, and his eyes widen. So for now, take care, Judge. Have a nice day, everyone, we said, then he tapped his staff, and he disappeared in a white beam. Then, silent, no one uttered a word. Deku is closing his eyes and laying on the ground. Yo, All Might, Deku spoke up. Yes, Judge? Just call me Izuku, okay? Sure, Izuku. What do you need? Do you think that I deserve a second chance? All Might stood quiet. Then he spoke. I'll be blunt with you, Izuku. From what I can gather from those two, you were a monster back then. But you got your wake-up call when you died, and you decided to do good, in your own way. But my point is, it's not my choice, it's yours. Just like he said, you earned your second chance, but it's your choice if you want to take it. Deku just sighed. He stand up. Well, I should be going. Yeah, but what now? I don't know. I should be dead right now. I cleaned this planet, so there is nothing for me to do. And before you ask, I am not a hero material, All Might. I will leave that to you and the other heroes. But then he quit a key sword and pointed at the camera. Yes, the camera is still there, by the way. Don't you think that me doing nothing means that I'll be gone forever? I will stand aside, doing nothing, just relaxing. But if, once again, some of you decide to use their fame and money and power to treat everyone else like objects, well, let's say I will be your judge, jury, and executioner one more time. So with this, have a nice life, and hope that we will never meet again. He looked at All Might once again. All Might smiled a bit and nod. Deku nod, and he teleport away. Then All Might snap everyone from their shock, because everything happened so fast, and tell them they have work to do. And for Deku, the second he teleport in his house, Negan jumped on him. She cried and lightly punched him and tell him he was reckless. She understand what he mean, but still. And when he seen this, he remembered Vegeta's words, to get up and take his second chance. I'm sorry about that, kinda, but it looks like that I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Then he lifted her chin up. Plus, I do still have some plans with spending time with you. And he kissed her. Kinda was shocked, but she went with it. Then when they separated, they heard Eri. Since Negan saw everything on TV, Eri did as well. So she ran on Deku and hugged him. Deku hugged her back. He apologized and assured her that he's not going anytime soon. After this, time went on. The League of Villains were captured, obviously. They were thinking what to do about them. They are villains, but they don't have any records. Well, some of them have, like twice, but not a lot of crimes. And by the way, I did not forget about Magna, Spinner, and what's his name again? Mr. Compress. They are S-class villains for sure. They'll go to prison. And remember, All Might is still there, and he can use 100% of his power. So they are no match for him, and Shigaraki doesn't want to fight him, since he's the only one that knows his grandma, and he wants to know her more. But then they get a surprise message containing everything that the League of Villains did, and their backstory. So for Shigaraki, Toya, and Toga, all of them were sent to villain rehab. The others, strict to prison, whenever they built one. It took some time, but they were able to rebuild, and the Liberation Army were able to influence the new politics, to give more freedom to people to use their quirks, and of course more strict rules. And this time people actually enjoyed it. And for Deku, well, just like he told Star and Stripe, he have a house, or just like a cabin, when he can live at peace for a while, with Eri and Nagant. Then one day Deku felt a strange key in front of his door. He opened it, and he found a witch on top of a crystal ball, and beside her is his mom. Deku was left speechless. Mom? He uttered. Wait, Mom? Izuku? Is that you? Deku quickly hugged her. She hugged him back and they cried. Then he looked at Baba. Look, I can only give her 24 hours. so use them wisely. Deku nodded and Baba went away, so two of them enter, and needless to say, Inko was shocked to meet Negan and Eri, especially after Eri called him dad. So they sit down and they talk. Deku did not lie, he told his mom everything that he did. She just hugged him. Oh my sweet little boy, you went through too much, but I don't care who you were before, because now you are my son, and I'm proud of you. Deku tear up and hug her. So they went out, they celebrate, they did everything they can think of for 24 hours. Heck, they even went to see Mitsuki. She of course was shocked to see Inko alive, but only for 24 hours. Deku was having some hard time looking at her because he did kill her son, even though he deserved it. But Mitsuki hugged him and apologized for her son's behavior, and she's not holding any grudge. Then they resumed their one-day vacation. Then the time is up. Baba is in front of them telling them she need to take her. So your name is Baba? The judge asked. Baba nod. So this 24 hours can happen only once? Yes. My power only let me revive them once. Deku understand, then it hit him. So you can revive anyone for 24 hours, right? She nod. So can you revive a few people? She nod, but you need to pay a hefty price. The judge paused. Do you take money as a form of payment? Of course, but it will be a hefty price. Deku opened his phone and showed the screen. Will this be enough? Her eyes widened. And when Inko saw that, she took a peek and she had the same reaction. Izuku? When? How? Well, for me to make sure that All For One lose everything, I hacked his bank accounts all over the world. And his money is mine now. Consider it his late child support. Inko sighed and smiled, and Legend started laughing. So after Baba collected herself, she asked him, who should I revive? The judge told her the names. Okay, I will bring them tomorrow. The judge nodded. But then Izuku said to his mom, or he suggested he can revive her, but she declined. Izuku, I'm happy. You're all grown up, you're strong, and you have a family of your own. Plus heaven is not that bad, it's quite peaceful. I'm content. Sure, I missed most of your life and I'm sorry about that, but Deku hugged her and he assured that she did her best, and he will not wish for another mom. Inko hugged him back, then she got beside Baba, then she spoke up. Kaina? Negan looked at her. She smiled. You have my blessing. Kaina immediately face turned red. Thank you? Inko laughed, then she said her final goodbye, and Baba took her away. Deku just stood there, then Negan hugged his arm. You're okay? Deku looked at her and smiled. Of course I am. I made the world a better place, I met my mom finally, I get my closure, so I'm happy. Negan smiled, and they hug. But there is something missing. Oh, what's that? She asked him curiously. Deku smirked. A family. Negan blushed, and she doesn't know how to reply. Deku just laughed. This is the counter punch for your previous teasing. Negan was embarrassed, but she took it. But in serious note, I am not an idiot. I know what my mother meant. But let's just wait for a bit and see how things will work out, okay? Negan smiled and nodded. Then Kaina asked him why is he doing this. Because someone decided to show me mercy, so why not repay it by kind to someone that needed it? Kaina smiled and kissed him. Then it hit her. She asked him about his age. Since he was with Bakugo in middle school, they should be the same age. And he's a kid. Deku started laughing and told her to not worry. Because technically I'm not a kid anymore. A few years ago after I awakened, I went to a place where time flew differently. One day outside is 1 year inside that place. And I spent 10 years inside. So with this, I'm actually 26. Kinda breathed a sigh of relief. That's good, I just got out of prison and I don't want to go back. The judge laughed a bit and agreed with her. But she asked him why did he spend 10 years. I don't want to be gloomy, but you said that you're a dead man, so why? Because the last god of destruction, his name was Beerus, is kind of lazy. He only wants to eat and fight strong mortals. So I thought maybe he will be angry or grumpy, so he will destroy the planet. So I trained to the point where I will give him a bit of a challenge. So he'll be satisfied and not destroy the planet. Only me. As gloomy as it sounds, I can understand that. But then Negan asked him, how did they manage to get his mom back? Only for a day, but still. I might know who did that, Deku replied, so don't worry about it. She understand. The next day, Deku went to UA to check on Class 1A, making sure that the Bakugo did not have any more victims. Luckily no one was hurt. Oraka was a bit afraid of him, but that's it. Ida approached him, he apologized for his reckless behavior a while back, and he thanked him for saving him. It's okay, you're still a kid. You still have a long way to go to become a hero, and you will do some mistakes in the way. Just make sure to learn from them, and to not repeat them. Ida nodded. Then he met someone they did not see for a while. Nijire. Hello, hero. Nijire laughed a bit. You still call me that? Deku laughed a bit. Are you okay? You know with what happened? Actually, I'm fine. Actually, for once in a while, I'm actually happy. Nijiri smiled. That's good to hear. And how is Eri? She's fine. If you want, you can meet her again. Sometime. Nijiri like that? So no hard feelings for me lying to you about who I am? Nijiri shook her head. Deku smiled. That's good. But if you don't mind me asking, how can you transform? How can you fly? What is your power? Are you really a god? Everyone's sweat dropped, even Deku. But he laughed a bit. Yeah, I was a god. I'm not. I still have my powers, that's it. So while he's there, he asked for All Might. He shortly arrived and asked him what he can do for him. You said you and Grand Trainer were close to Nana Shimura, right? All Might frowned a bit, but nodded. So can you call him and bring Shigaraki with you? Or Tenko? Why? All Might asked. You will see, the judge replied with a smirk. So fast forward a bit and the three are waiting in the room. Then the judge walked in. Good, you three are here. So what do you need us here? Grand Trainer asked. There is someone that wants to see you again. See us? They asked. He nodded. You can enter now. Then a figure walked in and three are shocked. Nana? Grand Trainer asked. Nana smiled. Hello there, old friend. It's been a while, huh? Quickly All Might and Grand Trainer hugged her, but Tenko stood there in shock. Nana saw that. So you're Tenko? He nodded. She hugged him and apologized. If he was a better mother, he would have a better childhood. But Tenko, remembering the judge's words, reassured her that she did nothing wrong. It was his father and All For One's fault. By the way, Tenko, the judge spoke up, there is another person that wants to see you. Then a figure walked in and it's Shigaraki's mom. Mom? He asked. Mom, wait a second. Tenko? Tenko had tears in his eyes and rushed to hug his mom. But he stopped after remembering what he did years ago. His mom seen this, she pulled him into a hug, and she apologized for everything. Then Nana spoke up. So you're my daughter-in-law. Nice to finally meet you, even though with this weird circumstance. Shigaraki's mom nodded. Then All Might looked at the judge. How did you do it? I have my ways, but they have only 24 hours. After this, they need to go back to the other world for good. So it's the only time you'll see them before you pass away. So use your time wisely. They nod and they thank him once again. And he also explained that Baba will come to pick them up, so they will not be alarmed. After this, Deku put 2 fingers on his forehead and teleport to Beer's world, or in this what if, Vegeta's world. It's about time, Vegeta said. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to deal with some loose ends. Vegeta nodded. Then the judge bowed, and he thanked him for bringing his mom back, even though it was only for 24 hours, so he can have closure. So what do you need me to do? You're smart enough, Black, you know what I meant. Someone with your power will be useful to my universe. Then the judge cut him off. Sorry, but if you're asking me to go back to be a Kaioshin, I refuse. I don't deserve that title, and I don't think it suits me. You're right, it doesn't. Kaioshin will not interfere a lot with humans or any mortal's affair, and your recent action proved that. So what are you saying? We slept a bit. What Lord Vegeta is saying, Izuku, is he wants you to be a candidate. A god of destruction candidate. Izuku's eyes widen. He yelled, what in disbelief? Vegeta nodded. Like we explained before, we've been watching you for quite a while. Izuku, your awakening, you're using the hyperbolic time chamber, your actions on Earth, everything. So I can say that you earned this chance. Plus it's been a long time since a mortal gave me a challenge, at least alive. So, what do you say? Will you take the offer? Izuku is thinking about it. Sure, he's indeed strong, but one thing his past experience taught him is there is always bigger fish in the sea, and his strength might not be enough sometime, so he needs to go stronger to protect them. So he go down on one knee. Please train me, he said to Vegeta and Whis. Whis smile, and Vegeta smirk. Good, of course you can visit your girlfriend and kid whenever you want. Deku blushed a bit. and thank him. And one more thing, Judge. Izuku looked at him. Welcome to hell, and hope you survive. After this, time went on, and it was peaceful. Everyone have a great life, even Miss Kaina Midoriya, if you know what I mean. And with this is where the story ends. Thank you guys for watching. I did enjoy making this what if. I don't know how to end it. Just thank you for sticking with me to the end. And let's give it a proper farewell. Just drop a like and try to reach 1k like. It's been a while, so let's try, okay? And one more time, thank you for watching. And catch you guys next what if. Peace. Disclaimer, I need to say this before someone kill me in the comment section. The next dialogue is a separate story from the what if. Take it as it is, okay? If you enjoyed the villain what if, the story just ended. This is technically a new what if. Please keep that in mind. A couple of months after the end of the story, Deku is sitting in the couch late at night. Kaina is sleeping beside him. He was going to take her to the bed, but then he felt a key and he stopped. What's that? That's Destroyer Key. But it's not Vegeta's. It's too weak to be him, but still, that's Destroyer Key. He immediately instant transmission to the location and he found no one. Only a small crack in front of him. What's this? Then someone behind him spoke up. That is a rift between time and space. The judge turned around only to see a man wearing a black and blue armor. Who are you? Oh, me? They remove his helmet. The judge's eyes widen. You're me? How? Well, it's a long story, and it begins with the time I got reborn. Well, this is it. Thank you for watching, and once again, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Let's try reaching 1k like, and thank you once again for sticking with me through the end. So see you next what if, and like always guys, peace.